Grace and peace, everybody. We are back. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. You looked at the clock. You know what we're about to do. This is the warm-up show. This is the warm-up show, getting ourselves prepared for the shenanigans that are Candace Owens and her whatever. I don't believe it's live, so her show that she produces every day. So shout out to everybody who jumped in. And this is just early. So the early show, I'm just making sure my audio sounds right. Make sure I'm not muted. Holla at your boy. Making sure all that kind of works. I got some fun stuff to look at beforehand to kind of get ourselves in the mood. Get this stuff off our minds. Get that Candace stuff off our minds. All right. Found a new comedian. His name is, okay, what's his brother's name? Hold on. This brother's name is Plus So Funny. There we go. Plus So Funny. And you've probably seen these two clips I'm gonna be looking at because they were definitely all over Twitter this weekend. Anyway, let's go with the first one real quick. Shout out to the best live chat on the internet. I just thought the brother was killing it. Let's go. Green hearts in the chat when you can
Mr.
hear.
President?
Yeah.
I know what you said, but there's an urgent phone call.
Tell him I'm dead.
No, you don't understand. I
Dead.
Fine, I'll tell President Maduro that you no longer want to speak to him. Thank you so much.
No. I'll take that.
Okay. Right away, sir.
DT, who this? Come on, cut the games. You know exactly who this is, man. You got submarines and war machines outside my house, money on my head. You know who this is, man. Look, I got goons all over the world. You got to be more specific than that. It's Duro, Venezuela. Drug dealing Duro. Bro, stop calling me that. I don't deal drugs.
Why you keep saying that, man?
Why you selling drugs on my block? All the drugs coming through your block is from Colombia. It's from them boys down the street. It's not us. They coming through your trap. They coming through your country. If you ain't selling, you damn sure to connect. Either way, I can't let that go down. You understand? Democracy and all that. Yes, it's coming through, but it's not us. Man, I can't tell. DT, you know all the drugs coming through here.
It's coming from them boys down the street.
Why you more mad at us than you mad at them? Because Colombia ain't got no oil, my brother. I knew it. It was about oil the whole time. Just admit it. It was never about drugs. It's been about oil.
Just be a man and say you want the oil.
Whoa. Did y'all hear me mention oil? Did you hear me? Ain't nobody on this phone mentioning the oil. But since you mentioned it, since it's your idea, what's up with it? No, ain't nothing up with it. You can't have it. I'm willing to die for that.
I'm going to stand on business.
I ain't gonna lie, Duro, the drug dealer. That don't sound very democratic of you. What that mean? It sound like you need some democracy over there.
Nah, man, we straight.
No. You need to go. I can hear it in your voice. You tired of being president. Y'all need some democracy over there and allow me to bring y'all some democracy. I can't wait. I'm gonna see y'all soon. I'm gonna holler at you. Hello? I said we straight. We good. We don't need no democracy. Hello?
Oh, you about to get that democracy. Yo, shout out to Plus So Funny on Instagram. Let me leave his link down here to you as well. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm going to put it in the chat. I think he's hilarious. All right. Shout out to, I believe it was Kim. I believe Kim was the one that sent it to me. Yes. Back up off of John Quavius. John Quavius is not playing games. Y'all see he about to change the way the housing is being bought around these here parts. I'm all excited about that. Look, I got daughters that are about to be out there looking soon, one day soon. Look, I'm happy about this. I'm all for it. Tell me how you upset, and I'm going to tell you how much I don't care. Let's go. All right, so anyway, I hope this one don't get struck. President Trump announces U.S. military's capture of Venezuelan Nicolas Maduro. Summarize in 2 minutes.
Hey, y'all boy correct. My bad. Listen, y'all know who it is already. Big DT, aka Den Towers, aka Democrat Terminator, aka Duro Taker. Let's make this real fast. I'm trying to go back to Palm Beach. hit an island. I'm gonna let y'all guess which one. Yo, last night we did what Democrats could never do. We told that boy Duro, stop playing with me. I sat here and told y'all he's selling dope on this block. That can't happen. I told that boy chill. He ain't want to hear me. Now his old lady kidnapped. Now he kidnapped. His block, mine. His oil, mine. He thought he could sell drugs on my block and not give me a piece. That's wrong. He thought he could play with that oil. We don't play with that oil. We real P. Diddy when it comes to this. We don't play with that oil. I see his vice president asking where he at. Is he safe? Proof of life. He all right. We ain't gonna do nothing to him. He's straight. Before I go, I want to shout out my military. Y'all boys tough. Want to shout out Nicki Minaj. I see you, baby. I love you. Questions.
We understand arresting Maduro, but why'd you arrest his wife, Mr. President?
Simple. She want to be a trap queen. If you were the man who sell dope, then guess what? You sell dope too. Ain't no drug dealers on my block, man or woman. Next questions.
Well, now that you've taken Nicolas Maduro out of power, who's now going to run Venezuela?
Great question. Trump as well is not going to be ran by my dog, Lil Marco. Lil Marco, he loyal.
Hold on, wait. Did y'all hear Trump-Azuela? I wish I could rewind this. Why in the world did he call it Trump-Azuela? Now, granted, I said that a couple days ago, but I'm going to let him have it too. How in the world did he get away with Trump-Azuela? Why is this? Look, y'all, I'm about to put a flag on the play. He said Trump-Azuela. I really wish I could rewind this thing, but they don't allow you to rewind. What is that about? Why yell against me? Anyway.
Loyal. He held me down. Hell, Lil Marco speaks Spanish. That's all I need. So he gonna hold it down. We're gonna hit him for the oil. We're gonna feed the people. We're gonna feed the streets. We're gonna feed this trap. And we all gonna be straight. No more questions? All right, before I go, Cuba, Colombia, Mexico, keep my name out y'all mouth. And that's on Mar-a-Lago. I ain't gonna say it no more. It can get democratic up in here. All right, y'all boys. Big DT, get money. Hey, hold it open for me.
Why he gotta be Big DT? Keep my name out your mouth. Why is that a thing? Shout out for sure. Hey, y'all can be mad if you want to. Go ahead and be mad. Be big mad. Be real mad. But guess what? We voted for this. This is 100% what we expected, 100% what we wanted, and we are right here for it. So keep it going. Let's keep it moving. So earlier, yesterday, we did a little body cam. We were looking at some body cams, and I heard from the people. That they kind of like those. It's something off script, something different to check out some body cams. And so therefore, I hear what the people are asking for. And I will give the people what they ask for, because that's what we do here. We give the people what they want. We democratic. I don't actually like that part. I do want to say that part. I don't like democratic, but I'm going to give them. You know what? This is a wit-tatorship up in here, but we listen to the people, though. It is a wit-tatorship, but we do listen to the folk and try to give the people what they're asking for. I never expected that we would snatch a dictator. It was sprinkles on the cake. Yo, I'm telling you right now, that body cam footage, let that body cam footage come out. I will be sending out popcorn all around the nation. We will be sitting there watching that body cam. Let me tell you something. I want to see that body cam. I just want to see what Nicholas was doing. Was he asleep with his little fuzzy slippers on? Did he have his little My Little Pony, plushie, and he was just cuddled up sleeping with his little eye mask on? And then all of a sudden he picked up his eye mask and was like, them Delta boys was there. I just want to know. This is a democratic dictatorship. I just want to know. I'll put that on Mar-a-Lago. Look, I don't know who this guy is. Plus, so funny. Let me put his link again. I don't know who this guy is, but let me tell you something. This guy right here, he might, I don't think he's as funny as my nephew, Christian Johnson, but he is definitely up there for sure. Let me drop that again. Okay. Anyway, I heard the people. The people said, Jason, can we get a couple more of them body cams? I said, sure, say less. We doing what we can do to help the people out. Wait, please let there be a body cam. If there is a body cam, please let there be a body cam. And if you find it, and don't be, none of them anime videos either. Them animes are pretty good though, by the way. But I need that in my life. Anyway, I try. I was working today and I found a body cam. This woman, I can't even understand it. This woman lives in a very nice neighborhood, a very affluent neighborhood. She's a homemaker, so she's a stay-at-home mom. This woman went to the grocery store and stole an entire cart of groceries. An entire cart of groceries. Just walk right out the door. Just walk right out the door, stole the groceries, took it to the house, put them away. And then all of a sudden, with no surprise, surprise, they came knocking at the door. The police came at the door. This is such a wild story. And again, y'all, shout out to everybody who jumped into the best live chat. I just wanted to do something different. I know we're going to be talking about Candace in a moment. And I'm looking right here. I don't think she's announced her show yet. Let me check real quick. She hasn't announced her show yet. So I noticed that she gets close as the week goes on. It just kind of gets real scattered. So, yesterday was, 5:15. The day before was 5. Who knows? It might be 5:30. I don't know. I got enough body cam footage. We can go back and watch your boy impersonating Trump. I got some Ami Kozak. We got stuff to do today. We got stuff up in here. Yeah, it's a wit-tatorship. It's a wit-tatorship. That's what I told my students when I was a teacher. I said, hey, I don't care what your mama said. This is a wit-tatorship. I'm running this show right here in this classroom. One Charlie is my classroom. It's not your mama's class. It's my class. Anyway, let's get at it. Let's pop it. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at something. Y'all, I'm praying for Tim Walz. I'm praying for Minnesota, but I'm gonna let that go. We're gonna let that go for right now. Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about something funny. Like, why does woman go up in the grocery store and steal a whole cart of groceries? And wait till you hear why she did it. That's the part that just took my lunch. Like, why did you do this? Anyway, let's go. Oh, how about you have this ready, Jason? There we go. Let's go.
I'm begging you.
This is what we're doing.
I'm
They're going to be
begging
on
you.
for 5 minutes. No one will see.
Does this happen a lot? Am I alone?
You're not alone. People make mistakes every day.
Sure.
I can tell that you don't have any weapons on you, but we're going to search when we go back to the video, okay? Search your persons for any weapons.
Yeah, I walked out of the store today for the thrill of it.
On September 1st, officers confronted this woman in her home after she was caught shoplifting a full cart of groceries. Based on where she lives, she clearly can afford them, so the confused officers approach her with caution.
There we go. Oh, Shireen.
Hi.
Hello. My name is Officer Shem with Glen Island Police Department. Are you Shireen?
I am.
Perfect. So the reason I'm contacting and talking with you today is because your vehicle is in the area of an incident that happened earlier today, and I just wanted to ask you a couple questions.
You want to come in?
Sure.
Looks kind of
If that's
weird.
okay.
Yeah, sure.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, do you mind if my supervisor comes in?
There's no warrants. I'm the last guy.
He's the last one.
Oh,
last one.
am I supposed to ask for a warrant to come in a house or something?
No, if you want to talk to us, you can talk to us. It's fine. If you want me to step outside, you can talk to them.
Oh, no, I don't care. What's this about?
Okay. So, the reason I'm talking with you today, there was an incident that happened at the Jewel today, and I wanted to talk with you to see if you knew anything about that.
Okay.
Okay, were you at the Jewel down on Roosevelt Road today?
Yes.
Were you? Okay. Do you know there about what time you were there?
In the morning?
Some-
I'm gonna jump in for a hot second. The reason she did this, and you're gonna see in a second, she says for the thrill of it. And well, what is the thrill? What is the actual thrill? Well, the thrill is that you don't get caught. That's the thrill. Like, oh, I did something and I didn't get caught doing it. I was speeding and I did not run into something. I was stealing and nobody caught me. The thrill of it. Well, in a moment, she is going to realize that the thrill is gone, as B.B. King used to sing. The thrill is gone. The thrill is going to leave. And man, this is the consequences. This is the proverbial F around and find out. You fool around, you going to find out. And she about to find out in 4K.
Sometime morning? Okay. Do you recall what you may have grabbed or any items in particular that you may have grabbed?
Yeah.
Okay. And then could you elaborate a little bit on those? And the reason I'm only asking all these specific questions is we, on video, it shows that you grabbed a bunch of items, but that was about it. You got in your car and they identified your vehicle.
Wow.
And then I saw on camera you in the store, right? And sort of one, is that you?
Yeah, do you guys just
Okay.
want to get to it before I,
Sure. I have a really, I'm gonna be straightforward with you. Did you steal the items?
Yeah, I walked out of the store today for the thrill of it. Yep.
Okay, just for the thrill of taking items and not paying for them? I'm being straight with you. I'm just asking.
No, I know I want you to be,
Okay.
and,
What was the ideology behind that?
I'm stealing.
um,
I'm stealing.
Yeah.
I mean, I just got my groceries and then I decided, I don't,
Okay.
I just decided, I thought, I just feel like it today because it's, I'm having a moment in my life right now.
Sure.
So,
Which I can sympathize. I understand that.
what can I do to make it right?
Ooh,
So
you should have made it right in the store.
I'm gonna be very blunt with you. Okay. So I'm gonna place you in custody. I'm gonna arrest you for retail theft. Any remedies from that, you're gonna have to go to a judge. You can talk to Jewel. You can figure all that out at a later time. Okay. I'm just being 100% straight with you. You understand?
I do.
Okay. Would you mind coming down here so we can do this?
Is there a way I can get a lawyer?
So that's going to be all after the fact. So I'm trying to give you the same respect that you've been giving me this whole time. So I don't have to come up there and.
So here's what we'll tell you. So at this point, you are under arrest. So once you step down the stairs, we're going to put you in custody. If you want to have a lawyer and not answer any more questions, you can do that. But I'm going to have you step down. We're going to put you in custody. You have to take you in for right now. Okay? We'll get you in now. All right?
Can I go to the, can I go through the garage? I really don't want the neighbors to see this.
You know what?
You can go to jail. Now, I'm going to admit, they gave her a lot of grace. And before somebody jumps in there and say, well, because of her skin color, I think it's because the woman she is like, yo, I didn't expect this to go this way. She's being very compliant. And from what I'm understanding is that police will work with you a whole lot more if you're compliant than they're going to still arrest you and they're going to still put you in jail. Okay. But there will be much more. Hold on. They'll be much more willing to work with you, even though
you're going to jail. You're going to jail.
They'll work with you a whole lot more. And so I think because the woman didn't lie, she said, yep, I stole it. I was trying the thrill of the steal and I did it and I'm going to jail. I think that's why, because they're going to give her a lot of grace in a second. I mean, it's pretty wild, but I don't think it's because of her ethnicity, because there's a mixed group of people that are the police officers that are collecting her. So it's not because of that. So let's keep going.
You've been nothing but cordial with us the entire time. I don't have any problem with that as long as these officers don't have a problem with that. As long as you let them go with you to go through the garage, that's fine.
I don't have an issue.
I'll even pull the car up so they won't even see you get into the car. How about that? All right?
Okay.
You go with her. I'll go first.
Would you mind coming down here, man?
Here we go.
Yeah. If there's anything that you need to grab, I'll grab it for you.
It's my purse is in the car. We're gonna go.
That's fine. We're gonna go get it. I'm gonna do this right now. Yeah. I understand, but we're gonna do this first.
Can we just go to the garage and do it in the car? Please.
Do what?
I don't know. I don't want those on my wrists.
Well, we have to. Ma'am.
Please.
Ma'am,
I'm begging you.
this is what we're doing.
I'm
They're gonna be
begging
on for
you.
5 minutes. No one will see.
Just let
And
me
then
grab
we're
my purse and get in the car,
I
please.
can't let you do that, ma'am.
I'm
I can
begging
grab the
you.
purse for you, but this is what we're doing. Ma'am, please.
Is this a scare?
No, we're not trying to scare you.
Procedure.
This is how we were trained, ma'am.
This is the thrill, baby. This is the thrill. This is the thrill part.
I'm so sorry.
I understand.
I'm really so sorry. Like,
I understand.
if you can do anything
I can
to
take you to
make
jail.
this go away.
We're gonna make you go to jail.
Golf 2, Mark 1, female in custody. Okay.
Oh my God.
So, do you have any weapons, anything
No.
on you that's gonna poke me, stick me, cut me, anything like
No.
that? Okay. For your safety and security, I'm not going to search you. Okay? I can tell that you don't have any weapons on you, but we're gonna search when we go back to the PD, okay?
Search what?
Search your persons for any weapons or anything like that. That's also our procedure, okay? Do you want your phone to come with you?
Yes, please.
Okay. Is there anything else? I'm just gonna put it here, okay?
Sure.
Is there anything else that you want
I guess
to
my
come with
wallet,
you?
right?
Your wallet, and that's in your car?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I can do is I can take you out to your car. I'll have my officer here grab your wallet so you can see it. It's all on body cam as well, and I can come with you, okay? That's the best I can do. Okay? All right, let's do that. All right. It's to the right, correct?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Sure.
Don't do that stuff.
Oh,
Don't do it.
I didn't want for this to happen. I knew I did something wrong, but I really.
I understand. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's in my. You want to just grab my purse? Just open the front door.
Front door, okay. Officer Gutter, could you open the front door?
Oh, this is very serious.
And then, you know where your purse is, ma'am?
It's hanging on the back of the seat. The back seat.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I understand, ma'am.
The thrill is gone.
What's gonna happen?
So what we're gonna do?
Look, I want to play BB King. I might edit it in and put it like in an extended cut. But ma'am, the thrill is gone. My dad would love that. The thrill is gone away. Yeah, ma'am, you thought running out of Jewel with a whole cart of groceries was the thrill. Well, the thrill is gone. Ma'am, the thrill is gone.
Is next, we're gonna go to the PD. We're gonna take your picture. We're gonna fingerprint. I'm gonna read you.
Sure.
Or do you want the whole thing?
Just take the whole purse.
We can do the whole thing. That's fine.
Oh, that's fine. Real quick. So instead of always jumping in, dealing with Candace and Cantifa, I decided to start the show off with a little bit of something to entertain us or maybe stir up a conversation. We might go back and look at some comedy skits, look at some body cam footage, just something different, because we're all about to become victims of harassment, traumatized, all that kind of stuff in a few minutes when we turn on Candace. So at least at this point, we can bond around something, meaningful rather than bond around the trauma that Candace is about to inflict on us. So that's why we do this. But hopefully it's okay. All right, let's go.
So like I said, we're gonna fingerprint you. We're gonna photograph you.
Wait. We're gonna get in the car right away, though.
Correct. I'm gonna take you back. We're gonna read our complaints, and then you're coming home. It'll be an hour and a half.
Okay.
Okay?
You promise to hide?
Okay. Yep.
You promise?
My officer is gonna be right in front of
You
you.
promise to hide?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a full metal. This is a full metal thrill, like the whole thing. You steal the groceries because they ain't make you bring the groceries back. So you stole the groceries and put them in your refrigerator, up in your pantry. But then also the thrill of getting arrested. There's like the dual thrills. The thrill is gone. Put BB King in the chat.
Right in front of you. We're gonna be in the door. I'm done. Okay. Perfect.
Gosh, it's hard. It's so hard. Oh my God. Shireen, you're such an idiot.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. What was I thinking? Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed.
Yes.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed.
Transporting one female in custody back to the PD.
She got street cred now.
Are people gonna see me?
Yes.
No, man.
They're gonna see
Just
you.
you guys?
We see
Sorry?
you right here.
Just you guys?
Correct.
Does this happen a lot? Am I alone?
You're not alone.
Do I not forget? Like,
Street cred
And
is crazy.
this doesn't make you a bad person.
oh,
It just
yeah,
people make mistakes.
Sure.
People make mistakes. every
sure. Twice?
day. People make mistakes all the time.
That's really nice of you. Thanks. But, no.
Stealing groceries just for the thrill of it is borderline ridiculous, especially if you're as financially well off as she is. And while she is clearly embarrassed by the situation, officers had no choice but to arrest and charge her with retail theft.
Thank you, friend. All right. Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. I gotta build up on this one. This one right here. Now, for those people that want a little bit of drama, a little bit of fake heart attacks and all that kind of stuff like that, this is the one for you. But I want to show you how these are some good old boys. These are some good old boy police officers. They're down here in South Georgia, and there's some good old boys, and they're dealing with 2 black women. And I just want you to see that all of us Southerners are not crazy. And I want to give kudos and a hat tip because these guys are really, they're above board as it relates to just dealing with this situation. Because I think it's definitely honorable. Let's go. Let's go. Our Greenhearts in chat when you can hear.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Is she here?
Is she here?
What's going on?
We need to speak to your daughter, man. She here. She has a warrant for her arrest. I'm going to tell you right now, okay?
Okay.
I need her to come outside and talk to us. Okay?
Okay.
And where is she?
She's in the house.
She's in the house. Okay. Right. Let's go ahead and go to the door and just call her out here, okay?
Okay.
Bless Mama heart. Mama does not want to put her daughter out there, but she know it. In a minute, you're going to find out why Mom is so compliant, though. Mom is very compliant in comparison to any other body cams that you may have seen. You'll find out why she's so compliant in a moment.
Watch the... All right. Is she coming out to us? Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, here, I don't mean to come across threatening to you, okay? But I'm gonna tell you this: you're responsible at this point. We know she's in the house, okay? If we don't get cooperation on this, then the next step is we're gonna need to go in and take her inside, okay? If she doesn't step out and talk with us. If that doesn't happen, then what's going to happen is you're going to go to jail for hindering apprehension.
I'm not hindering.
Okay. Well, I know, and that's why I started off with. I don't mean to come across.
I like Mama. Mama said, "Look, I'm not hindering nobody. I'm not hindering anybody. Let me tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not hindering. Now she is stalling though. She is stalling, but in a moment you're going to see exactly what's up."
To you, okay? Because I don't think you're trying to hurt the situation, okay? But we need her. It's important. We need her to cooperate. We need her to come out and talk to us, okay?
Okay.
Hurry up, Mama.
Right.
So
what's she doing right now?
She was straightening her hair.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you right that that's not true.
Just what for?
Hey, it's a warrant that has to do with her situation with probation, and I don't know the details of it, but I just know that she has a warrant. Okay.
Okay. So is she going in today?
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Mentally, once before they took her in, she was in suicide.
Okay.
That kind of frightened her. Do y'all have a different side? I mean, because
it's okay. This is all okay. when she comes in, it's how she answers these questions.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's up
that's
to
why
the,
that happens.
to the jail. On that.
That's jail. That the way they have to code themselves. If they think someone's going to hurt themselves, they have to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what she said when she went in last night, but she said something to make someone at the jail think that. Okay, so they have to take precautions, for her safety as well as theirs. Okay, that's what happened. Okay?
She I don't know, because I kept telling her to come turn herself in, and like
So
I didn't see nothing.
So
in
you
the
tried
mail.
to get her to do the right thing. Okay,
I
okay.
didn't see nothing in
got
the mail
you.
or whatever. So I was like, okay, maybe you're okay.
Is she a type of person to run? That's why. That's what I said. Okay, we need to get her to come outside. Okay, because at this point, I think it's just what she
If she does try anything like that today, she's going to make it 10 times worse on herself. Okay.
Okay. Well, she just don't want to be on that side. I mean, I tried to explain.
Hold on to this one, Caleb. Just hey, hold on to this one.
Okay. We'll give her another. She's got another minute to go and come on outside.
She also do suffer mental issues. So
Yes, ma'am. I understand, and we'll see my eyes. We will work with her, okay? But she has got to cooperate, okay? I can't work with somebody who won't cooperate with me. But I will work with her all day long if she will. Is that the only other entrance over there?
Next time they go in there, I've got to go in with them. So you don't know what's in the house. You don't know what they're doing. You have weapons. I want her to, this your thing, but I would have told her to stay here, yell at her, tell her to come out. Because she goes in there, we don't know what they're doing. They don't know if they're driving.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's just a misdemeanor, so treading carefully,
Still know what's going on in there.
Yeah, that is true. Hey, Miss Wilson.
Absolutely.
Miss Wilson, Smith County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, so just in case, if anybody needed a little bit of drama in their police, if anybody needs a little bit of drama in their body cam footage, a little bit of drama, not like, taser, tear gas, no cussing or anything like that, but just a little bit of drama. Stay tuned. Here you go.
Zachariah?
Yeah. Just calm down.
Step on that here for me, okay?
Down.
I'm not going to hurt you. Hey, listen to me. If you'll work with us, we'll work with you, okay? There's a problem that has to be dealt with.
Okay?
But we don't want to stick any charges on you or anything like that, okay? But we got to have you cooperate with us, okay?
Just calm down, girl. It's okay. Take deep breath. Take deep breath.
Okay. Turn some lights on, okay?
It's okay.
Okay. All right. Come on, let's step on out here, okay? Come this way. Slow down. Listen to me. Okay, easy, okay? Come on, step on this way.
We'll make sure we're not doing anything bad to her, okay?
Now, y'all remember Mama said that she was straightening her hair. Mom was lying. That girl was not straightening her hair. That girl.
You know why you have it? Did you not report or something? Is that what it was you didn't report?
Check them for fits. Make sure they're not too tight on you, okay?
Is it failure up here?
Yeah.
So how long is that?
I don't know. The court will have to let you know more on that. Yeah, if she has a phone, that can go with her, and she won't be able to use it in the jail, but we can get numbers out of it and let her call. Okay. All right, Zachariah. What all do you have in your pockets? Anything? Okay. Do you have anything on you that's going to get you another charge in the jail? Any weapons, contraband, drugs, or anything like that?
Do you want to take it with you, or you want? Okay, that's fine. We can do that. Okay.
PR4 show one female in custody. Hey, Chris, I'm gonna talk to Mama for a second. If you will, go ahead and take her. I'll unlock the vehicle here.
Okay, this is where the officer is going to kind of explain to Mom, and this is why I think Mom was so willing to let her go, and you're going to get a little better understanding. And if you think about it, these officers put themselves at great risk because they went in that house and there's no lights on in there. I mean, they went in the dark rooms all for the take this young lady out of here. Thankfully, it didn't go south, but I'm just want to point that out. Anyway, he's going to explain, and you'll understand why Mom was so compliant. Even though she was a little bit, she lied a little bit there, but you'll understand a little bit more.
Okay. I'm sorry I had to go down that way. Okay. I appreciate you working with us. I know it's a lot. She's your daughter, and I get that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I didn't mean to come off crass or mean. We get a lot of people, especially parents, a lot of times, who will try to fight us on stuff like this. And I've taken parents to jail before over stuff like this, and I don't like to, but we've had them before where they want to try to push against us, and we got a job to do, So,
right.
but I appreciate you were trying to get her to do the right thing, and then she has a lot of anxiety, I can tell.
Yes,
but
and I've been trying to work with her myself on it, and gotta get counseling and stuff.
Yeah.
But she just don't like the sound of it. Like when my dad first got her out, we kept telling her, let her stay in, let her, she did crime, she need to, sit it out. He get out. She ran away. She kept running away and stuff because she was scared of going to jail. So I'll be like, you know what, if you don't come back, I'm gonna turn you in, blah, blah, blah. So she'll leave from that place and go somewhere else. So it's been a struggle. And so like today, it just so happened I was supposed to take her to go to Jacksonville to go try to get her ID.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad was like, well, do you think they have a warrant for her? You can call and see. I was like, I don't know. And he was like, well, if she go get her ID, he was like, you might be doing yourself a favor, and because they can pick it up or whatever. I think he thought that y'all can pick it up, that we're trying to get her ID or whatever. Because we all been trying to get her to turn herself in.
Yeah, she just won't do it, huh?
No, she's scared.
Yeah.
She's like, you don't know what it's like in there, and I'm like, well, what?
Yeah, I don't know what it's like in there because I don't go to jail.
And learn from your mistake. Don't do it no more. You ain't got to go back down now.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's, I don't, it's a misdemeanor charge. She's not going to be in there forever. It's just one of those things. I mean, the courts had to deal with it, and I mean, if she wasn't going to turn herself in, well, I mean, that's the only thing we could do is come pick her up, so.
Right.
I mean.
So that's what our dad just told her, just go get it over with. But she acts like she traumatized.
He doesn't live with y'all anymore. Dad doesn't live here anymore. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he does.
Oh, okay, so he does.
Yeah, he at work.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. Well, I really hope for the best for her. It's just, I mean, they gotta take care of it. And I think it started with Tyler ISD, I think, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
and I knew she unenrolled over there. So.
Yes. So and then she went to Rise, but then she dropped out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All because of this. So now I'm in the process of getting her in homeschool to get her the diploma.
Yeah.
But we just wanted her to turn herself in and be free after,
And I'm gonna tell you, there is no bond on this, so she'll be there till she does go to court and get taken care of. So there's no way she can even try to bond out.
She wasn't talking before we leave, okay?
Yeah, I'm totally okay with that.
What? They will let me know when court and stuff is.
Yeah.
And again, one of the reasons why I believe the police officers are being super, very kid glove with her. One is because I think Mom did the right thing by just being upfront and trying to work with them. But two, the young lady, even though she seemed like she's a youngster, hearing the story, it sounds like she's having a rough time in high school. And I think they want to try to be as gracious as possible. And I think it worked out pretty well. because it could have definitely gone another way. What was her warrant for? I don't know. I have to look it up or see, but I don't know. Yo, join the club. Join the club. We might need to just do a body cam night because there's some wild ones. Like, look, I'm sorry. That is a true interesting experience. Anyway, let's get done with this because your girl's going live at 5 o'clock, and we got to clean the palette. So let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for being a responsible parent, first off. And secondly,
I'm going to arrest you.
If you have any questions whatsoever, okay, I want you to give us a call. I may not be able to answer everything, but I'll do my best, okay? Because I know you're concerned and I know you're wanting to see what's best for her. And everything.
Some more cards.
Yeah.
Always forget about it.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
So we had a meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. So normally for, I don't know, how long would you say, is it like, how long has she been having a warrant?
The warrant's been issued since January. I don't remember the day in January, but it's been since January of this year. The warrant's been out. So that means that she would have.
So the warrant was out in January, and this is in August of that same year. So that's 7 months.
Now she had a positive UA prior to that. Yeah, and then she had the positive UA, and then she just on top of that she just failed to report. She just stopped showing up. So really, it looks like the warrant was probably because of both of those things right there.
8 months she been on.
She on the run. Been on the lam, Mom.
7 months.
7 months. Yeah.
So how long in jail time that is?
But it's what is it, misdemeanor?
Yeah. I think it's a Class B actually. It's either B or A misdemeanor.
It's Class A. I'm trying to remember. But
yeah.
I didn't see who the judge was.
It's County Court Law 3.
3.
What's the name? White. Yeah, Judge White.
I don't know what they offered her prior to her taking probation. That kind of sometimes has a play with what happens.
Oh, okay.
So we can't really say what's going to happen. Okay, and I don't want to lie to you. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at. I mean, at this point, everything's up to a judge.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, we will put in there that she came cooperatively. Right? She didn't give us any trouble. We're going to make sure they knew that, okay? So
there's a difference between anxiety and somebody actually giving us trouble.
Okay.
So
we'll do as much as we can for her.
Okay. Thank you.
Again, sorry we had to meet this way.
It's all right.
Y'all take.
That was probably the most low key arrest you're gonna ever see. No, I got another one. I saw that was pretty low key, but that was like okay, just no problems, no drama, and I like that. Anyway, I just wanted to show that because I think sometimes police officers tend to get like a bad rap and all that kind of stuff. And I came across these today. I'm like, oh, these are really good examples of them doing everything they can to allow these people to get out without any problem. Okay. If you don't know, Ami Kozak is definitely a fan favorite here on the channel. I dropped his link in the chat right now. And as we get ourselves ready, prepare our minds for that which will torture us for the next hour or so, I figured let's tap in with Ami. We haven't heard from him in a while. So let's do Maduro calls Trump. What if Maduro, wait, how's it go? All right. If Trump was Maduro's dad. What an interesting sentence. Green hearts in the chat where you can hear. Let's go.
Hello.
Hi, Papi.
Hi, Nikki. You okay?
Listen, I screwed up, okay? I need you.
What happened? What happened? What did you do?
Can you just come and get me, please?
I can come and get you. Don't worry. Just tell me what happened.
I broke something, Okay?
What did you break?
I broke a whole country.
What?
I screwed it up.
An entire country?
I wrecked, yeah.
Okay, that is bad.
I wrecked the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay? The whole thing is broken.
I understand.
I didn't mean to.
Listen, Nikki, it happens.
I don't know what I was thinking. Can you just come and get me, please?
I will come and get you. Just stay where you are. Nikki.
Please just come and get me, okay?
Nikki, I'm coming right now, okay?
Yeah, we're here.
Just stay right where you are.
I need you, please.
I know, you always have. Just stay
I don't know.
Stay on the phone with me, okay?
Okay.
We're going to send some people. You want to ride in the helicopter?
I screwed up so bad.
You always love the helicopter.
It's so bad, puppy.
I know it's bad. But
yeah, everyone.
Wait, did his mustache fall off? Hold on. Dang it. You can't rewind these. It looks like his mustache fell off. Okay, let's see.
I'm starving. They're eating the cats and dogs in the street.
I'm very aware of that.
I screwed it up so bad.
Nikki, we're going to deal with it, okay? We're going to fix it.
Okay.
I'm sending the helicopter.
Please, make it look big, like a spectacle, okay? Like a whole show. Make it look like I didn't want to come, but you come and get me, okay?
Of course, we'll make it look great. With fireworks, too.
Maybe you bring me to Miami?
Oh, no, Nikki.
Bring me to Miami?
Can't do that.
Yeah?
Nikki, don't push it.
Maybe we go to we do some golfing or something?
You don't have the cards right now.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, sorry, Papa.
That's okay. We're on the way. Set your alarm.
Okay, see you soon.
Just sit tight.
Please.
I'm coming to get you, okay?
Thank you, Papi. Maybe you bring me to New York City?
Why do you want to go there?
Katsuni will feel just like here.
We're not going to let that happen.
No?
We're not going to New York City.
Okay. Miami.
You're going straight to your room with Diddy.
Okay.
Whoa.
Hello.
Okay, so there must be a filter.
Hi, Nikki. You okay?
There must be a filter about the mustache. All right, let's go with let's hear Tucker Carlson.
Tucker, what's your take on the U.S. capturing Nicolas Maduro?
Oh, I think it's disgusting, actually. Really disgusting.
You do? Why?
I'm sorry. No, you don't kidnap people. Period. Kidnapping people is always wrong. Period. I say that as a man, as a Christian. I'm sorry. I thought we all understood that. You don't kidnap people in the middle of the night while they're sleeping.
Tucker.
It's wrong. Things happened to me in the middle of the night. I was molested by a demon while I was sleeping. It didn't kidnap me, but could have. And I'm against that. Period. And so kidnapping people is abhorrent. It's disgusting, and I hate it. I really hate it.
What about when Hamas kidnapped Israelis on October 7th?
Of course. You can't do that. I mean, from what I understand, Hamas is a political organization, but you still can't do that. And so...
So what do you think is going to happen with Venezuela going forward?
Oh, I think we know. I think we know what's going to happen. There's going to be a disaster. And I'm devastated, absolutely devastated about what's going to happen there.
Well, what are your predictions?
Well, it's certainly going to become a lot less socially conservative.
What?
Oh, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart.
The people seem pretty happy.
I mean, without Maduro, say what you want. It's going to be a lot less socially conservative.
Tucker, under Maduro, small children were starving in the street.
Okay, but at least these children were allowed to be born in the first place.
Oh, come on.
Because guess what? Abortion is illegal there.
Okay.
It's banned. Completely banned.
So what?
And so...
Is that the only policy that exists? Infant mortality was through the roof.
But they were allowed to be born.
And then enslaved.
Is it better to starve while you're alive or be killed in utero? I mean...
Both seem bad to different degrees, Tucker. What? But because you agree with his stance on abortion, you're willing to overlook the fact that he was an oppressive dictator?
I mean, the last I checked, when they asked him what he wanted to do, he said he wanted to help his people.
Oh, jeez.
And I can't see why that's wrong to want to help your people. I think we should want to help our people. He wanted to help his people. That's what he was at least trying to do.
Like every tyrant.
Meanwhile, all these other politicians want to help foreign countries, certain foreign countries, that have no strategic alliances at all, like at all. He wanted to help his people. And so, and I'm not saying I support Maduro at all, like at all.
Oh, really? Well, it sure sounds like you do.
Oh, I think he's disgusting.
So you're against Maduro.
And now we're bringing Maduro, who, by my estimation, is an illegal immigrant. I mean, we're bringing him into our country, and we're going to take care of him in this country. I mean, that's the problem. Sorry, don't want to take in another immigrant.
So you're against bringing Maduro into this country because he's an illegal immigrant? So you're against Maduro?
Oh, I totally support him.
Tucker, what do you stand for?
I don't know.
Neither does anyone. Tucker, what's your take on the U.S. capturing Nicolas Maduro?
Right.
Oh, I think it's...
Shout out. Okay, let me see. We got time. I wish I could read all these. You can't see that because the captions are squashed. Okay, let's go right here. I'm going to start here.
All right, you guys.
Oh,
Great to
there we
be back. Great to be back. And I know I promised all of you that I would provide updates and clarity to some of these really important issues that we had been discussing before the break. And I want to be honest and I want to be clear because that's what we do here. And so we are going to update you on some of the most important stories that we've been covering First up, Brigitte Macron. There are some new developments that have come in. She may have, in fact, not been born with a penis, but it may have just been a very large clitoris. And we are waiting on the final medical records on that. We have reached out to her gynecologist and a urologist, and we demanded answers to find out further details. And we demanded answers, and we're going to get those answers for you. We're going to get that. We're going to find out exactly what is going on. Either way, we will update you as those come in, and I appreciate the hot tips coming in. Hot tips, no pun intended, when it comes to Brigitte Macron. We'll find out exactly what that tip was. Also, we are very excited to announce that Mitch Snow will be returning as a special guest in next week's episode. God damn it! And I know some people have said he might be schizophrenic. Oh, he might be a schizo, which is obviously a Zionist, Frankist smear. But even if he is a schizophrenic, we all saw A Beautiful Mind. We all know that, like Russell Crowe in that movie, schizophrenics are geniuses. And even if Mitch Snow hallucinates and beats his wife and damages her car, there's no question in my mind that his hallucinations are telling him the truth. Okay? Just like mine do in my dreams. We all know whatever mental issues Mitch may have or may not have. This is just MK Ultra. This is just psychiatry. Okay? This is phony science. It's Sigmund Freud. It's sick. It's Zionist. They must have experimented on him and made us believe that he's crazy. But he's not.
Why does he get that face?
Lastly, just for today, I want to thank all of you for your continued support. And I know a lot of you love my New Year's compilation video in which I included Erica Kirk saying, stop, 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 asking me to stop talking about the brutal murder and assassination of her husband. And she was saying, stop. You guys, it's so fun. It's so fun. Anyway, as you know, there was a tent at Amfest, which was just totally distasteful. Thanks for watching, you guys.
Stop it.
All right, you guys. Great to be.
Ami killing it, crushing it. All right. Roger Waters' statement on Venezuela. Who's Roger Waters? All right,
brothers and sisters, comrades, we are all, of course, reeling at this savage act of aggression by the American empire to our comrades in Venezuela. How they viciously violate the sovereignty of another country, taking out their dictator and not allowing him to violate the sovereignty of every single individual Venezuelan. The fact that they wouldn't even allow him to stay in power and continue his authoritarian grip on the everyday Venezuelans as he broke that country into utter despair and poverty. But as long as it's in the name of a revolution, I can feel virtuous and good about it from my mega $1 million mansion. How could they expose that for what it is? I'm disgusted. It's absolutely despicable what they've done, taking out an authoritarian dictator, narco-terrorist who shared the same revolutionary spirit that I do, because I'm perfectly okay with him violating the civil and human rights of every single Venezuelan who's now celebrating his being deposed. I'm perfectly okay with that. But I take insane issue, and I'm outraged by the United States violating Maduro's sovereignty, because I believe in this abstract philosophy, regardless of the bloodshed and suffering and despair that it causes, because of course it doesn't affect me and those in my category of income and prosperity who've benefited from capitalism. But now I can preach my abstract philosophies, regardless of how many people suffer and how many people are killed because of it. I'm so sad.
Roger, tea time.
Oh, wonderful.
Shout out to Ami Kozak. If you're not familiar, he is a great comedian, and he continually, let me make sure I got this link. Let me give you the link to Mr. Kozak's Instagram. He's also on YouTube as well, but I don't know why I'm doing it on here today. All right, what we got? Let's see what we got. BB is a chef. I recently found him through his shorts. It has Tucker and Trump. Yeah, his Tucker ones are I mean, they are definitely. I didn't realize how obnoxious Tucker sounds. I ain't gonna lie, until I heard Ami impersonate him. Okay, let me get one more.
Hello?
Mr. President, I'm calling to register my profound opposition to this act.
You're not happy.
What you've done in the illegal capture and kidnapping of Maduro is a clear violation of federal international law.
I'm sorry, who's this? I don't recognize this number. I don't have it in my contact at all. I don't know who this is. It says it's from Uganda. Why does it say Uganda? Is this a spam call, a service center? What
This is New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani, pronounced Mamdani.
Are you selling something? The number says Uganda. I didn't recognize the number. Who is this?
The only thing I'm selling, sir, is a promise of affordability for all New Yorkers.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I'm against what you did in Venezuela.
All right. Well, we got Maduro. Should we send someone for this guy?
No, sir.
He's a nasty guy. He's giving me a hard time. Nasty guy.
Don't send someone for me.
So why are you calling?
I'm just calling so I could tell people I called.
You don't want to do anything? You just want to call and kvetch about it?
Exactly, sir. That's kind of my thing.
Oh, I got it. You want to?
So I can tell people. Yeah.
You want to tell your people?
Right.
You got to tell your people. Okay, you got to say something. I understand.
Got to signal that virtue.
I understand that too.
So what you've done is wrong.
Excuse me. Quiet. This guy Maduro, just so you understand, is a bad hombre. Okay, he's a nasty guy. He had disastrous economic policies, bankrupted the entire country. I'm looking at his economic policy right now.
Oh, yeah, that's actually the other reason I was calling. Can I get a copy of that for New York?
Take me off your call list, please. Take him off. Hello?
Shout out for sure. That was good. That was well played. Okay, according to Candace's countdown clock, I got 3 minutes. Let's do this one real quick. Green hearts in the chat.
Google, how do you say got your ass?
Whoa.
Yata tango. Yata tango?
Yata tango?
I like that. To the tango? Taco. To the tango. Okay. Yata tango. Hi, Google, how are you? How do you say F around and find out in Spanish? Maybe I just go in singing Taki Taki. Can we do that? Taki Taki. Bailame como si fue la última vez y enséñame ese pasito que no sé, un machito y es babacito, baby. Taki Taki. Taki Taki Rumba. Can we do that? Rumba? You know, I will do it in English. Can I just say F around and find out? He'll know what that means. All right, let's see Nikki. Nikki, here we come. Google, how do you say?
Shout out for sure. Thanks, Ami. I appreciate the laugh. All right, maybe we'll pull back in a couple more. We might pull in a couple more during our station break today. But thank y'all so much, everybody who's jumped in. Looks like about 768. Shout out to the best live chat on the internet. I appreciate you. And I did kind of forget the proper announcements. If you are a member of Cantifa, we do leave you room at the front of the church. So come on up here. Get your seat up here in the front. We save you lots of room. There's actually fewer seats, though, because fewer Cantifa people are coming. I don't know if they're getting deconverted or what. Now, the ushers have told me that they have received several Cantifa membership cards, and people have kind of casting it away. So shout out to y'all, okay? So anyway, but if you are still a card-carrying member of Cantifa, please come on up here to the front of the church. We definitely make room for you because we want you to hear this. And I just want to let you know, if you're new to this channel, you're like, well, what is Jason doing? What's going on? I make fun of Candace. That's all I do. That's it. I don't do anything else but make fun of her. I do have my bingo board. I meant to show y'all. I didn't even bring my bingo board up on here. By the way, in the chat, if the mods can just make sure the bingo boards are available. Real quick, my bingo board today is calling an expert a liar. I don't like Macrons. We got Ben Shapiro. He's going to catch it. Israel, Neff. I don't know if Neff is going to come up in here. Andrew Colvett, military, CIA, patchwork theories. Delegitimize. Cabot Phillips. Free space. A Bible reference. I just sense. I don't know, but I know, you know, that dumb statement she makes. Mitch Snow. Tip line shout out. Erica, Trump, Fed Slop, Mommy Sleuths, Weird, Feds, and TPUSA. All right, that's what's on my bingo board. Feel free throughout the night. We will be making sure. My goal and my promise to you is that everybody at least gets one bingo. I always shoot for blackout bingo. So yes, I do use creative problem-solving techniques, formerly known as cheating, So I do use creative problem solving techniques to make sure that I get as close to blackout bingo, or I get blackout bingo the best way possible. So I might just do something like, hey, I think this is what she meant, and I think she meant CIA. There you go. I could do it. And then we have bingo. Like, there you go. Like, we got bingo even before the game starts. Like, that's what we want. That's what we want here. We want bingo before we can even get bingo. That's it. And I just feel like, you know what? I feel like that's the right thing. So anyway, that's it. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Every day we watch the Candace Owens live stream. I'm sorry, Candace Owens show, because I don't believe it's live. And I'm live, though. I'm a real dude. And we just make fun of it. I don't treat her seriously. If you're offended, somebody told me they don't like that I make fun of them. I make fun of this. Let me let you know something. Get over it, because I'm going to keep doing it. So you might as well just enjoy yourself. Shout out to all of the best live chat on the internet. I appreciate you. You love that. Thank you so much. God is a designer. I wanted them to be a sponsor of the show. Do you have your bingo boards? Make sure you got your bingo boards. Here, let me grab it real quick. I got the link here as well. And if you have the link, by the way, if you ever have the link, it's going to stay the link. So I try not to change it, because then that way, if you already have it, you already got the bingo. Now, I do change the bingo boards within the link, but you don't have to worry about the link changing. There you go. All right, let's go see if this young lady is here. Oh, she's actually kicked it off. So let's go ahead and get ready to pop. I'm going to tell you ahead of time, the audio is not my fault. Candace, something about the way she does her stream, the audio is very, very low. I've played around a lot of the day today trying to figure out how to get it to increase the volume of her stream. I tried some things. I hope they work, but I can't promise you because it's Candace's stream. I don't know what you see. The other ones that we watched earlier, they sound fine, but something with hers, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. It's part of, because it's a recording. I don't know. But anyway, her thumbnail is crazy town. But we're here to make fun of it. So guess what? We got to do what we got to do. So again, thank y'all, everybody who's jumped into the best live chat on the internet. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you for hitting that like button. Go ahead and tell me what like number you are. When you hit the like button, go ahead and do that. If you could hype the video, that would be great as well. Let us know that you really appreciate what we're doing over here. It does help out a lot. It helps push this out to other people who might enjoy this type of content. And I really do thank y'all for doing that. And shout out to the nearly 60 people that are on X watching this. Shout out to X. I appreciate y'all. And your girl, she's doing this little build-up thing. I don't know why she hasn't started the show yet, but hey, she on that CP time. I don't know. We'll let her go. We'll let her get. That's a very true statement. She hates the people that made her famous. That is wild, isn't it? That is kind of wild. Wait, what does that say? Can you drop the link to the bingo? Oh, I should have put it in the chat. I mean, in the description of the channel, of the video today too. My bad. I just dropped it again, if that helps you out. You think it's for the bots? All right, here it comes. Let's go. Green hearts in the chat.
All
You can
right,
hear.
ladies and gentlemen, happy Wednesday. I'm going to start today by letting you know that Kanye was right. Kanye was right. Remember back in 2022 when he was a little bit sleepy, right? Poor guy just needed a nap. He just needed a nap. And he told us that when he woke up, he was a little bit sleepy tonight, but when he woke up, he had plans because he was going to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is I can't actually be anti-Semitic because Black people are actually Jew also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone, whoever opposes your agenda. It was too soon, but boy, oh boy, was he right about blackballing people who are opposed to a specific agenda. Because it's now been 2 years, 2 entire years of my life that I have been effectively fighting just to, go on living against the Daily Wire after leaving a job. I mean, 99% of what I have actually gone through, the public knows nothing about. And that has to change. And it's going to change. It's going to change today because I've received even more information about their latest plot against me, jumping into the new year with the old vibes. And frankly, I now find this to be disturbing. I want you guys to take me seriously when I say that there is something about this that is becoming dangerous. And I'm going to explain to you why I feel that way. And I'm going to do that by telling you the true story of how the Daily Wire came to be a company. In other news, and later on in the show, I am going to tell you about a Turning Point Action former employee who has just been sentenced for a crime in Arizona. Of course, he too was hired by Tyler Boyer because as I had been telling you guys from the very beginning, Tyler Boyer is the linchpin. He is the person who has been running Turning Point USA. He staffed nearly everyone that was surrounding Charlie, and I think he needs to be investigated more thoroughly. So let's jump right back in. Welcome back to Candace.
This is some wild work. So she's pivoted completely off of Charlie Kirk investigation. Now she's defending herself. That is wild work. Let's go.
All right, buckle up, boys and girls, because we are going on a journey. It was yesterday, just yesterday, that we scooped the Daily Wire's cringe news show, designed quite literally with the intention to mock me and Tucker Carlson. It's always got to be Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens together, like we're partners. Even the typical standard Daily Wire stan accounts had to admit that it was cringe. So cringe that some of them were actually hoping that it was fake, that it was just bait, that the show wasn't real or was not actually happening, or that it was just a segment and I was taking it out of context, because no, the company can't actually be this obsessed with a former employee 2 years later. Yeah, but they are. And as I have noted many times to you, they are becoming increasingly so. And for a reason that I am still trying to work through, I mean, honestly, we've all been trying to work through, Charlie Kirk's assassination has catalyzed a certain derangement in Ben Shapiro. Ben was not a friend of Charlie Kirk. So the question is, why?
This is so funny because it's interesting that she has tried to cobble together this narrative that Ben was not Charlie Kirk's friend, but neither was Ian Carroll, neither were Nick Fuentes, neither were tons of other people, Myron Gaines, who all seem to be bowing and worshiping at the altar of Candace Owens. They weren't his friends either, and they were demonstratively not his friends. It just is really interesting that she keeps hanging her hat on this. And you had to tell us that Ben was not his friend. And we don't really believe that either. But the other people, we know they weren't.
Why is he so obsessed with the Charlie Kirk narrative, or rather obsessed with stopping people from prodding that narrative? As soon as he began, like when Charlie was coming up, as soon as Ben began to perceive Charlie as a threat, which is essentially after the Kanye West tweet, I love the way Candace Owens thinks tweet, Ben got to work behind the scenes trying to complicate and stop Charlie's rise and my rise. These are just the facts and they are indisputable, okay? What happened thereafter is that Charlie and me, we proved to be inevitable, even pulled apart and in our separate ways. We continued to climb, and we did that without stepping on anybody's head. There are no stories, there are no bodies that are hidden of me intentionally harming people to get where I was going.
You sure?
Well, yesterday when we got off air, we received even more tips. And
Oh my gosh, tip shout out.
Bravery inspires bravery. When people see other people standing up and saying, hey, actually, this is wrong and this is weird, other people go, yeah, that's right. It is weird. And we should all say something. And I would like to again note that the young people who are being manipulated by Ben Shapiro to do his dirty bidding, I don't think that they deserve our ire. I get it. You're young. You have a dream. You have somebody that says, I can make all your dreams come true. And you're game. Some people are going to be game to that. Some people are going to say, yeah, I want to be famous, or yeah, I really need this money. I'm in a pinch, whatever it is. And his strategy is to find Christians and to pressure them, usually through financial means, to go after other Christians when he gets angry in particular. That is another fact, which I can now prove to you thoroughly by reading you one of two emails that we actually received and conversations that we've had. This time, and this email is going to be from another person who was being considered for the role of stalking Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, because that's what the role was. Of course, while pretending like it's a show. You got to like pretend it's a real thing, but actually we're hiring you to go after Candace Owens. And again, we are going to prove that. Now, to give you a little background here, you will recall that at the end of last year.
Notice Candace always frames the story. Her background, her giving context is always very elaborate. So when she finally shows you the information, you're not thinking about certain questions like, is there going to be a to and from and a date line on this email? Where's going to be the metadata? She's going to probably just transliterate this to us and never actually give us the hard evidence like she asked from Erica Kurt. She's not going to give us that hard evidence so we can look at it and say, yeah, this is from Ben Shapiro to whomever. Watch what she does. I'm almost guaranteeing it.
Ben stepped onto Megyn Kelly's stage while she was on tour, and he demanded her allegiance against me and Tucker. Nobody knows why. She did not submit to him, and I want to be clear that she has been under attack by his stooges since. Okay, Ben is directing that from behind the scenes, all of attacks against Megyn Kelly, because his perspective is that you are either going to take his side when he doesn't like somebody, or you are going to be attacked. Thereafter, Ben quite literally paid money for a prime speaking slot at AmFest, hitting the stage just after Erica Kirk opened, where he again attacked me. He attacked Tucker Carlson, and this time he also attacked Megyn Kelly because she refused to pledge her loyalty to him and his causes, meaning attack who I want you to attack. Be my attack dog. And this email is going to illuminate for you guys what took place immediately following that appearance. Okay. And I'm going to read this email. So give me a second here to pull it up. We're going to skip through or black out the first portion of this email so you can see it because we want to protect some names that are in there. It reads, Dear Candace, I believe it was 2 days after Ben Shapiro's speech at AmFest, a producer from the Daily Wire who has been nothing but kind to me reached out. I genuinely cannot describe this in any other way than in panic mode. He said that they had just come up with the show concept the day before, and they were already calling people to audition. He said that they wanted me to audition for a solo show. Immediately, I was ecstatic. It seemed wonderful to get to do something that I love, talking about what I believe in and trying to make a difference. Of course, the idea
I was
of
wrong.
opportunities financially and professionally made this seem all the better. It was presented to me as a comedy show to make fun of the right and the left. I said that I loved that, as I try to critique both sides in a lot of what I share. However, immediately, you and Tucker Carlson were brought up. The producer said, quote, so when Candace or Tucker says something crazy, we would want you to make fun of it, end quote. I let him know that I actually like you and Tucker, and I watch you both, as I generally like most conservative political commentators. I said that as a Christian, I wanted to be honest about what I believe and be kind to people, but that I was okay with making light of ideas that I disagree with on both sides. I did not want to be in a position where I was told what to say. The producer asked me to send in a video audition. He sent the script and an AI video along with it. As to what they wanted me to read, I was baffled. The entire show audition was making fun of you. I will say, though I was not sure about the B theory, it genuinely just felt wrong in my soul to make fun of you. I watch you every day. You genuinely seem like you care so much about the truth and fighting for what is good and right in this world.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the Candace Owens glazing because this actually answers the question a lot of people had about that video the young lady did yesterday that Candace showed. We thought it was an audition video. He just said it. The B thing was a part of the audition. So that's probably what that video was that we saw. They probably were just doing an audition for it. Now, again, is it cringe that they keep talking about Candace? I guess if you want to. I mean, or you could just say this is the topic they're going to talk about. Like, again, would we say that Ami hates Trump because he impersonates Trump? No, I mean, come on, stop. So you can still pick on people that you rock with. So anyway, let's continue. Oh, and by the way, this person uses Christian faith to say why he wouldn't do a job. That's so interesting because Candace doesn't want us to use our Christian faith any other time except when it works in her favor. Just interesting. Let's go.
I texted blank. I asked for advice. She gave me great advice. She told me to reach out to blank. I told blank that I was not comfortable sending in a video as it did not feel true to me. I even tried to rewrite it in a way that was true to me, but I couldn't do it. It just felt like high school bullies. Blank gave me great advice and told me not to even send in the audition tape. I let the producer know that it was not the right fit for me. Attached below is the AI video that they sent me and the text that I sent the producer, and also proof of the call. The producer has been nothing but kind to me, so I would prefer to block out their name. I hope the photos from the studio, dating, the show filming, and the call receipts are enough. I was told not to share the AI video the day after you announced on your show that you knew about the show that they were planning to launch. I let the producer know that I had not leaked that about the show to you. I think I was maybe hoping for more opportunities. I prayed on it and I realized that I do not need their opportunities. I am simply done. This was such a slimy act by a former employer.
That's such an interesting
I'm
argument.
also, and then this person proceeds to copy and paste the text that they wanted read. So I'm just going to show you the AI video that they sent out to people, to young women, to see if they would audition for this role. Mark, we can actually take this full screen because it's a lot of me. So I don't think we need double me watching me, but this is an AI video sample of the show that Ben wanted sent around following AmFest. Take a listen. There's imminent danger coming. Weird underground bee farmers, like a Polish communist underground symbol.
The evidence is overwhelming. The connections are undeniable.
Hey, no-knowers. Welcome back to The More You Know. I'm your host, Gossie Gosworthy. We have some seriously juicy leads today, so let's dig in.
I don't know, but I know. You know?
Let's just talk about the bees.
And I just sort of went, okay, that's weird. I kept looking online and strangely.
So the video that the young lady showed was really just an audition. This is directly from that audition video. Everything. These clips and the background with the all the red yarn and stuff. That's crazy work. Like, how do you Okay, Candace.
Not kidding, and I'm going to show you these messages. I came across what looked to me like a bunch of people talking about bees.
People were talking about bees, but not in a normal way.
They were speaking about bees, but they weren't speaking about bees. It was very coded.
I did a little research on bees. Plus, I've seen hundreds of them in my lifetime.
You're going, Candace, what do you, like literally bzz, bees.
And here's the part that sticks with me. Bees die when they sting. Kyle Robinson is alive. So how could he be the bee that did the stinging? These are questions people like Ben Shapiro don't want us to ask.
Okay, I'm sorry. That thing is funny.
So there you have it. This was not supposed to be a segment. The entire show was supposed to be designed as an attack against me. And
she is mad.
A young person that was willing to lower themselves to do this. And this particular individual who deserves all the credit in the world, actually, for doing the right thing here. And I spoke with her and I said, look, we're going to block your name. And she said, I've prayed on it. And if you want to reveal my name, I don't really care. And I said, you should reveal your name because you're actually a hero in the story.
A hero?
And she didn't get the job because she went back to them and she wrote and said, I feel uncomfortable doing this. I'm going to show you that text message right now that she sent. Hey, blank, I want to be completely candid. I sat down to film the script that you sent me, but it doesn't feel true to what I really believe in regards to making fun of Candace. I may not be the right fit for this one, which bums me out because I want to work with you guys very much. Thank you very much for the opportunity and for thinking of me. And you think the person would come up and be like, oh no, that was just like one episode. Nope. That's it. Understood. More opportunities down the road. Merry Christmas. It's required. It's required. If we're going to give you a show, we can make you a star. We can make you a star, but you have to be willing to attack Candace Owens. That's what we are casting for. So Maggie did not get the role. Okay. Maggie did not get the role. And I do think Maggie, like I said to you on the phone and you were comfortable with it. You said your name is Maggie Wegner. I hope she gets 3 million followers by the end of this episode across social media, for being a decent human being. That should be enough. You should never have somebody who is casting you.
Who's the main character in this story? Who's the hero of this story? Anybody care to just tell me who is the hero of this story? And at what point did we pivot off of Fort Hawktua and all of the missteps of Mitch and all of the missteps of Candace's vetting process? Like, this is crazy work. Like, this whole thing is going to be a defense of Candace Owens. This is going to be an apologetics of Candace Owens. That's what we should call this episode, because that's all this is how great she is and how great it is that this person chose to fall on her sword to support and build her up. That's all it is. And by the way, I think Daily Wire should be super petty and drop these videos and let the community decide who rocks with them. I think they should.
Dirty work, because that's what's happening here. And there's something about this that is just such an act of cowardice to have people go out like they are pawns and pretending that you're doing this because you're interested in doing a show when in reality you just hate Tucker Carlson and Candace.
Wow.
But it's deeper than this, right? The show is cheesy. It's crazy. We've been doing this now for 2 years, but I'm going to explain to you why this is suddenly beginning to feel dangerous to me. When you get to the part where you are coming up with show ideas and casting people as attack dogs that are young and have their whole lives ahead of them and who are talented and can contribute something else. And I was venting about this to my cousin, Mia, Mia, who I just brought with me for no reason.
Okay, real quick. In the chat, if she brings up her own assassination plot, I'm going to give out 20 memberships. If she brings up her own assassination plot in the midst of talking about something that is dangerous, she's going to talk about it being dangerous. Well, are you going to talk about your own dangerous life? Let's see what happens. Let's go.
For vibes, because she just reads things correctly and she says very little, but she just hits it usually about certain people. And I was venting to her this morning about how wrong this is, like how I feel like I left a cult that I didn't know that I was in. And then she put it so perfectly. I said, feels like I left a gang. And she said, yeah, you got to get jumped to leave a gang. Yeah, actually. You want to leave the Bloods? You want to leave the Crips? Let me tell you how this is going to work. We're going to beat you, like literally beat you within an inch of your life. That's what it feels like. And I said back to her, I said, yeah, but they've been beating me for 2 years now. 2 years now. And this is feeling increasingly deranged and out of control. So further to that point, I want to let you guys know some more things, because there had been a lot of rumor, innuendo, but also a lot of facts surrounding the reasons that I was fired from the Daily Wire. The clearly immoral and impractical stance that I publicly expressed, that genocide is always wrong, was revealed by Jeremy Boring in that town hall as a reason why I was fired. Also, I said the clearly immoral, I had the clearly immoral position that, quote, pornography is harming men. That was another reason that was expressed by then CEO Jeremy in the company-wide town slave hanging that was hosted, because for some utterly deranged reason, that seemed to be an appropriate way to punish me in front of my peers. But another reason that I was fired was because I insinuated in an episode that I had done while I was at the Daily Wire, when I was speaking about Michael Jackson, that it's plausible that Hollywood is being run by a gang. I'm sorry. Why is that a fireable offense? Why is it a fireable offense? Actually, factually speaking, Hollywood was started by gangs. Yes, there were Jewish mafiosos, bootleggers. So why is it totally beyond the realm of possibility that it's still being run by a gang? And why would somebody be fired for saying that? In fact, being fired for merely surmising that it's possible only leads me to believe that it most definitely is being run by a gang. And that maybe that's the point of what Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, Kanye West, Justin Bieber, too many others have been trying to get across to us. Even Justin Baldoni.
I was muted.
Actually, when
I was
read the lawsuit,
muted,
when I
man. I did it
realized
again.
they were trying
Okay, fine. I'm just going to leave my phone. I'm not going to put myself on mute. Here it is. Where's the evidence that this woman keeps saying that? How do you know you got fired because of what you said about Michael Jackson? Well, where's the evidence to that? Is there any evidence, proof that that's what happened? Is there any? Is it any? None whatsoever. Like, we do know what Mr. Boring said on the stage. We do know that. But ma'am, you're just saying this. And there's no proof that you're, at some point, people are going to have to say, look, you're going to have to show and prove something. You're going to have to show and prove something, because even that email there That email is a little bit suspect because it has today's date on it. But allegedly they send it to you the day after AmFest. AmFest wasn't yesterday. So I don't know how that works, but I'm gonna leave that alone, right? All right, let's go.
Stage a hostile takeover of the rights to his movie. That's it. Everything else was noise. They said, we want this. And they sent out Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively to go and get it. That's what I actually believe happened in a nutshell. That was what the Justin Baldoni case was about. And if it is a gang, an entertainment gang, if you will, that I and Charlie Kirk both unwittingly signed ourselves up for, it allowed me to express that I have been getting jumped out for the last 2 years. And Charlie Kirk, well, guess what? He wasn't so lucky. He's dead now. He's dead now. When he wanted out, he was killed. And Ben Shapiro's behavior since Charlie Kirk's assassination.
What are you talking about? Y'all, what are you talking about? How did Michael Jackson get in the chat? This is an old complaint, right? This is some old conspiracies, just retread. This is some old retread conspiracies. And the bad thing is, sometimes I think Candace finds stuff and she kind of thinks, oh, this is new and this is novel. And she runs with it, but doesn't realize that this has been tried before. And I really think that's what has happened. But you do realize we've heard nothing about Hakutua, nothing about the death of Charlie Kirk.
Leads me to believe that he may know more than the public knows about Charlie Kirk's death. That's how I deeply feel. I feel that in my soul.
Who cares what you feel?
As though Charlie's company was promised to him 3,000 years ago, okay? Like he assumed that he would somehow benefit off of his death, and I'm getting in the way of that somehow. And by the way, if he did benefit from Charlie's death, it would not be the first time. In fact, it wouldn't be the first time at all that Ben Shapiro sought to pervert the legacy of a dead man to his own benefits. What am I talking about? Yeah, I'm talking about what Ben Shapiro did before he started the Daily Wire. Now, I know that I played this clip for you guys before, but I want to play it again and then to tell you the story that I know about it, because I think it'll probably sicken you. It's a clip of Steve Bannon, first and foremost, telling the audience at AmFest in response to Ben Shapiro screaming about everybody. Steve Bannon gets up and he replies, and he tells the truth about Ben Shapiro because he knows Ben Shapiro from Breitbart. No matter what you think about Steve Bannon, he's always been very good to me. I can confirm to you what he is about to share on this stage is absolute truth. Take a listen.
Okay, so before he does that, so now, somehow or another, Ben Shapiro is tied to the deletion of Charlie Kirk. Somebody said that, and now we're here. So we done left Egyptian planes, we done left Mormon bee cults, and now I think what's really it is she doesn't like that they picked on that bee story that she told. She really wanted that bee story to die, kind of like the maroon assassins, the red crane, all this stuff. She kind of wanted this story to die down, but how dare Daily Wire bring it back up and put it out in front of everybody and placard it in front of everybody. And she's really upset about that part. I think that's really ultimately what it is, because you don't hear her talking about PragerU or anything else, anywhere else that she worked like that. So I'm wondering if it's because she's really offended that they're making fun of her and she's got to attack them. So therefore, let's go.
But Ben Shapiro is like a cancer, and that cancer spreads. It's a cancer and it metastasizes. He tried to take over Breitbart and I ran him out of there. He tried to take over David Horowitz's, who was his mentor. Don't ask me. Ask the guys associated with David Horowitz what he did there. He tried to take that over. And mark my word, he will make a move on Turning Point because he's always been envious of Charlie Kirk.
Fact.
Okay.
He has always been envious of Charlie Kirk. Fact. The story about what he did at Breitbart is a lot darker than anybody could possibly know. Well, you're all about to know it right now. And yeah, he's tried to take over a lot of companies hostily, including mine before it even got started. Via lawsuit. Just going to bankrupt us before we could even get started after you fired me.
This is very interesting. I'm going to just stop for a second. It's interesting that she keeps talking about being bankrupted. If you notice, she's always talking about suing and bankruptcy, almost like they hold hands in hand. And I'm wondering why she says that so much when her husband has a worth of 200 something plus $1 million. And I'm sure her own net worth is not anything to sneeze at either. Why does she keep bringing that up? I think she really wants to create this a narrative that makes her sound just like the average Joe or Jane. The average Joe or Jane probably is not going out there hunting for lawsuits. Sue me, come at me, bro, come at me. They're not like that. And I think really she's trying to present it as if she herself is not somebody that's elite, that she herself is not somebody who is able to stare at for her to stand in the face of, the Ben Shapiro's, the elite. For her, it's a big undertaking. When in actuality, she's one of them. She's one of them. So I find it odd that she just keeps doing this. Why do you keep saying that they're going to bankrupt you? And I've yet to see these. And somebody I asked yesterday, has anybody actually seen these actual cases where they've sued her? Daily Wire versus Owens, Daily Wire versus Candace Owens Inc. or LLC. Where is this? Anyway, let's go.
Just trying to squeeze us so that we didn't even have an out. What has he been talking about, really? Well, publicly, Ben has represented himself as having been mentored by Andrew Breitbart. Ben loved Andrew Breitbart, ostensibly, right? No. Ben's a parasite. He's a worm. I meant that. He sees health and he believes that it belongs to him. His trade is not commentary. It's not politics. It's theft. And in the case of Andrew Breitbart, he behaves like a maggot on a corpse, like he's doing right now with Charlie Kirk. It was March 1st of 2012 when Andrew Breitbart dropped dead from an apparent heart attack. I am saying apparent because it's actually another mysterious political death, which, by the way, in your own time, you should look into that.
Wow, she doing him like that?
Powerhouse. He was in his prime, just 43. And suddenly, he's starting to step on some toes, saying he has some information. Next thing you know, he's dead. Again, allegedly heart attacked. But something funny happened. A lot of funny things actually happened surrounding his death. The first and foremost, utterly corrupt Los Angeles coroner's office conducted an autopsy because people were thinking, was he killed? Can you determine whether or not there was foul play here? But things went a little sideways when a forensic technician that was involved with the autopsy also wound up dead from military-grade arsenic poisoning. I kid you not. His name was Michael Cormier. He was 61 years old. And for whatever reason, he decided, after being involved with this autopsy, to ingest military-grade arsenic poisoning. And his wife says, no, that's not what he wouldn't just poison himself with military-grade arsenic poisoning. But who knows, guys? Just weird stuff tends to happen, particularly in Los Angeles. Whether you're talking about Michael Jackson, for those of you who had read Chaos, we know what this is all about. They control everything there. But enough about that, because we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. There's no evidence of foul play ever, according to the media. Ever. It's always a lone gunman, some arsenic poisoning, and heart attack, a well-timed heart attack or whatever. If you haven't yet worked out regarding the media, they're a part of the gang, I think. It's feeling that way.
So real quick, I just did a quick search and I'm looking. I've yet to see any lawsuits between Ben Shapiro, Daily Wire, and Candace Owens or Candace Owens LLC. And if anybody can run across one, please let me know. I don't think they've ever sued her. I'm trying to find, I'm saying like this. I don't see that they've ever sued her. Where's the proof? This is wild work. This is wild. And by the way, what are we talking about today? What are we going on here? Hold on. We gotta do a palate cleanse. All right. I'm just disappointed in this right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take Neff just because I'm disappointed, and disappointed rhymes with Neff. I'm also gonna take patchwork theories because Lord knows this is a patchwork theory. This is a patchwork theory. I'm also going to, since he's not even getting an honorable mention, I'm gonna go ahead and take Mitch Snow right now as well, because that's what I do. That's what I do. Because I'm not gonna let this woman steal my victory of having blackout bingo. I'm not going to let her do it. So I'm going to go ahead and that's what we're going to do. Shout out to the best live chat on the internet. Thank you so much to the very kind supers. Here, look, we're going to just cleanse our palate real quick. Thank you so much, Base, with the $2 super. Says she keeps calling herself Cameras. So there was, I forgot who it was. There was somebody who was on a stage somewhere talking about Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, and he called her Cameras. And I don't remember where it was or where she played the video one time. And I was like, oh, that's why she does it. So she's making fun of the person who called her name Cameras. That's why she does it. Thank you so much, Amethyst, for the $10 super. I think at least two of her personalities are fighting publicly. The good side is telling on the bad side in public. BPD and MPD, she sees herself in circus mirror house where the reflections are distorted. That's a very good observation. I don't think she realized she is the problem. I love it. Thank you so much. And also thank you so much to some guy with the 10. This does not read as a genuine. Why would they include that they have proof of XYZ? Why do all of these emails and tips to her include I have proof? Someone is trolling her. I agree. Now, I think that this might be real. I think they might have really sent it. I don't think that the email is real, if that makes sense. I think she might have got this and then they created the email, in my opinion. But thank you for the 10. I appreciate it, brother. Wait, thank you so much for that. And what does Amethyst say here? Georgia is letting her flail. You mean George is letting her flail like a fish on the shore in the sun. For a techie, he's letting her fail for AI and bots. He's the true villain. Yeah, like I don't get how she's missing this. I'm with you right there. Thank you for the $5 for sure. And there we go, Texas Bully Mom. Go Max is so cringe. Ours should be Go Facts. And she completely lacks facts. Wow, I love it. I like that. Go Facts. I love it. Thank you so much, Captain Jax. I think Boy George is allowing her to go down the psychotic path so he can divorce her and prove she is totally back squeeze crazy and is a danger to her children. I don't actually doubt that. I told you I think that he might be doing this on purpose. I think he might be gaslighting her. I don't disagree with that. I agree 100%. Thank you so much for the 2 here. The nerve of her projection is wow. That's all she does is project. Like it is. I mean, we should be at a drive-in, like watching her project onto the big screen because that's all she does. Shout out for sure. She tries to connect all her enemies to Charlie Kirk's death, right? Because that's the linchpin. But really, it's everybody who's her enemy. I love that. That's a great example, Phantom. What do we have here? Thank you so much for the 2. She meant to say, I feel it in my colon. I should have read that first. Greg, thank you so much for the 5. No question, no comment, just pure love of the game. Thank you, friend. What you got here? Susie with the 10 says, how does make him a sandwich Candace have time to raise and homeschool her 4 kids and simultaneously lead an ongoing murder investigation? She needs to leave the fiction to Andrew Colvane. I agree. I love that. That's a great observation. How do you have time to do this? Let's bring her back in. Let's go. All right, we're back.
Back to Andrew Breitbart. It's also another coincidence. But just 2 weeks before he died, Andrew hired a then 28-year-old Ben Shapiro to be the editor-at-large of Breitbart. Now, if Ben is to be believed, Andrew had known him since he was just 17 years old. Andrew had mentored Ben, but he didn't hire him to work at Breitbart until he was 28. And then 2 weeks later, Andrew Breitbart drops dead. And what happened next is exactly as Steve Bannon describes. There was an internal war that waged about what the direction of this healthy conservative company would be. Ben felt this company perhaps was also promised to him 3,000 years ago or something.
What's with the 3,000 years?
Twisted. And to be clear, what I'm about to share with you, it's not innuendo. The story was not told to me from a third party, 3 other people. This story was directly told to me and Charlie Kirk. We were in New Mexico at a corporate retreat, and we heard it straight from the chiefs at Breitbart. Charlie and I were venting about how difficult Ben was making it for us.
No, and nobody's there. No. Charlie can't corroborate this. Ben can't corroborate this. Whoever told her this at New Mexico, they're not corroborating this. So we're just supposed to trust me, bro, with Candace.
And a chief shared with us the true story of how Ben started the Daily Wire on Scandal. Do you guys remember Michelle Fields? That story of 2016? If you don't worry, I'm going to remind you. The story goes that Donald Trump was running for president against Hillary Clinton, and he chose Corey Lewandowski to be his campaign manager. And the whole media was against Donald Trump, except for Breitbart. They were going, yeah, this guy's, he's our guy. And because of that, because they had banked on how people were feeling in this country, because they had banked in the populist movement, they were exploding. They were huge. Anyways, Corey Lewandowski is a campaign manager, and suddenly news breaks that Corey Lewandowski apparently assaulted a reporter that was working at Breitbart, Michelle Fields, at an event. Michelle Fields comes out and says that this happened. She even shows bruises. Right? Do we have the photo of the bruises that this happened to her? Because, oh, that's it. You know, think about how Trump treats women. And yeah, now we got to look at this organization that she works for, the only conservative organization that's standing behind Donald Trump. Are you still going to stand behind him, Breitbart? Are you still going to, he's assaulted one of your reporters. And they didn't make an immediate comment on it because, well, it was just an allegation that she made, and Ben didn't like that. And now he had this scandal regarding the assault. He didn't like Trump, and now he had the scandal. And because they didn't make a statement in support of their employee, which was like, this was kind of like Me Too before it became a hashtag the following year. A woman makes an allegation, there's demands for a company to stand behind her, but this particular company wanted to investigate the claims further, not on Ben's watch. So on March 13th, 2016, Ben and Michelle Fields doubly decided that they were going to leave Breitbart in a glorious public statement that they would both make. Ben made a glorious one about the values of Andrew Breitbart, his dear friend, that were now, his values have been violated. We're going to read the statement here. As a close personal friend and mentee of Andrew Breitbart's, it saddens me tremendously to announce that as of 9:00 p.m. Pacific time, I have resigned from Breitbart News as editor at large. I met Andrew when I was 17 years old and remained his friend until his tragic death. I signed on with Breitbart News 2 weeks before Andrew's death because I believed in his mission. I am proud of what we have accomplished in the years following his death, fighting back against the leftist media and debunking the left's key narratives. I have many good friends at Breitbart News, including the editor-in-chief, Alex Marlow, and editor-at-large, John Nolt. And I admire CEO Larry Solov for his dedication to ensuring a financial future for Andrew's widow, Susie, and his 4 children. Andrew built his life and career on one mission: fight the bullies. But Andrew's life mission has been betrayed. Indeed, Breitbart News, under the chairmanship of Steve Bannon, has put a stake through the heart of Andrew's legacy. In my opinion, Steve Bannon is a bully, and he has sold out Andrew's mission in order to back another bully, Donald Trump. He has shaped the company into Trump's personal Pravda. Ironic there. To the extent that he abandoned and undercut his own reporter, Breitbart News' Michelle Fields, in order to protect Trump's bully campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, who allegedly assaulted Michelle. I spoke with Michelle the night after the incident. She told me her story. That story was backed by audio tape, eyewitness testimony from the Washington Post's Ben Terrace, physical bruises, and a videotape. Both Lewandowski and Trump maligned Michelle in the most repulsive fashion. Meanwhile, Breitbart News not only stood by and did nothing outside of tepidly asking for an apology, they then attempted to abandon Michelle by silencing staff from tweeting or talking about the issue. Finally, in the ultimate indignity, they undermined Michelle completely by running a poorly evidenced conspiracy theory as their lead story, in which Michelle and Terrace had somehow misidentified Lewandowski. This is disgusting. Andrew never would have stood for it. No news outlet would stand for it. Nobody should. It truly breaks my heart. But as I'm fond of saying, facts don't care about your feelings, and the facts are undeniable. Breitbart News has become precisely the reverse of what Andrew would have wanted. Steve Bannon and those who follow his lead should be ashamed of themselves. So you get it. He's moral. It's a scandal, but he's moral. And the very next day, he then promotes the Daily Wire. And guess what? It worked. A bunch of people left Breitbart News and stopped watching Breitbart News and followed Daily Wire. This is going to be principled conservatism. They're not going to stand behind bullies, and they're going to stand up for their employees. Get it? Of course, the truth is a very different story. What it really happened, again, told to me first person by the executives over at Breitbart News. What really happened was that Ben had been not happy with the fact that they were not making him the king of Breitbart.
Okay, I gotta make an executive decision. I gotta make an executive decision. Green hearts in the chat if you want me just to skip over and see if maybe we can catch something after her first commercial break. Green hearts in the chat. This is insane. Like, what is the purpose of this? Like, if you want me to, I'm just gonna skip over to hopefully maybe she'll say something more intelligent after her commercial break. I'm hoping. Oh my gosh, she talked for a long time. Lord be merciful. I'm not saying this just because I don't like Candace, but my gosh, this woman is insufferable. Can you imagine her getting drunk, being at the cookout? Man, wait, you're not getting notifications? Yo, I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, y'all. Because I try to put the stream up earlier in the day so you get a little notification, at least 3 hours ahead of time. So I think I put this one up at like noon because I knew it was going to go on today sometime. So I usually put it up, but then I'll change the time. So, but I'll try to put it up there a little bit, at least give you 3 hours or so. So I'm sorry, maybe unsubscribe and resubscribe maybe, or hit the bell notification, hit all, and then maybe that'll do it. I don't know. So I apologize. But thank y'all. I'm just going to go ahead and make an executive decision. And since, you know what, because I made an executive decision and it might have thrown some people off because they themselves were so encapsulated by Candace's wisdom and the such like that, I'm going to give you, I think she already said Erica. Oh, she said Trump too, by the way. Shout out. So I don't have to be creative in my solution finding. I'm going to go with Fed Slop. I'm going to go with Fed Slop. And I know it's going to come up. I know she's going to use Israel, but I'm going to go ahead and take Israel now too. All right. And by the way, shout out to, man, thank you so very much for the very kind super. Who is this right here? We got new members. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Wait, I'm cheating due to candy trauma. Don't tell nobody, Junebug. I appreciate the two, but don't tell nobody about that. I'm not cheating. I'm using creative problem-solving methods. Come on now, Junebug. Creative problem solving. Blue Moon says this. Ben is bad for going after companies and being jealous. Okay, she is jealous and is ambitious as Ben, not as smart. She wanted to control TPUSA and control them now. So she is as evil as she makes Ben out to be, right? I think you're right on the money. Thank you for the very kind $20 super. And since you said that, I'm going to go with, you know what? I'm pretty sure if I sterilize this down, I'm pretty sure you want the word CIA. So there we go. CIA. There we go. We are cooking now. Now we're cooking. I got 2 bingos and an up and coming. So we rocking. My goal is to get blackout bingo. All right. All right, back to the pain train. Man, we are trauma bonding over here. That's what it is. This show every day is a trauma bond. That's what it is. Let's get done. Let's go.
At Nimi Skincare. That's NIMI skincare.com.
We don't care. I don't care. My skin looks fine. I don't care. Dang, she's still talking. This woman's insufferable.
So I'll go ahead and take the baton from Kanye because he might still be napping. We don't even know. He never got to express himself more fully before the world had a breakdown and pretended like he had, I don't know, murdered a bunch of Palestinian children. What he was actually expressing was that people were behaving like they were in a mafia. That's what he's going through. That's what I am living through, that people are organizing like they are quite literally in a mafia to try to destroy my life. And their goal is to emotionally break you, to make you psych 5150 you like they did to Britney, right? To get you on drugs. Like they do to a lot of people that are in Hollywood. They get them addicted to drugs so that they can control them, to catch you in a compromised situation.
In the chat, real quick, do you all think, okay, I'm just listening to the words that she's saying. She's saying, I've never heard somebody talk so much about this, that they're going to say you're crazy. You're going to have a breakdown. They're going to put you in a 5150 hold and they're going to Baker Act you and blah, blah, blah. I've never heard that before. I never heard that from anybody who wasn't crazy. Like, why do you think that is? Why do you think it is that she is so talking about this topic? I think there might be something to it. Somebody said earlier that maybe you want hold on, let me see. Hold on. I just saw it right here. You need military. She said military. She did say military. She said military grade. What you call it? You are more than welcome. There we go. Real quick. She did say military grade arsenic or whatever that was. You are welcome. Absolutely. Why does she keep talking about this topic? It just seems odd. I don't know anybody who talks about being thought to be crazy as much as somebody who actually is crazy. Like, it just seems odd. Like, hey, look, your boy, people say that I'm crazy all the time, but you never hear me talking about that. I never say, like, my thing, my family's gonna put me in a 5150 hold or anything crazy like that. That's crazy. Why does she keep talking like this?
To threaten to take your children away. These
Nobody
are their
threatens to take.
tactics to be able to control virtually everything, right? That's what they want. They don't want to see a company rise that they don't have a leg in because they want to influence the masses. That's the reality. And that is why I am now understanding they are obsessed with me and Tucker. Why can't you just disagree with us?
I got it. I figured it out. I got it. It just hit me. I mentioned it yesterday, and I don't know if it was like a boomerang. I threw it out there, and now it came back and hit me in the head. I figured it out. She knows she's about to lose that case against the Macrons. She knows it. She knows that she is cooked about those Macron case. And because that comes out on Friday. That's why she's not doing a show on Friday. Because it's probably going to come out in the morning. She is not going to be able to tolerate everybody riding her coattail and be on her bumper about it on Friday. So that's why she's going to just not do a show on Friday, do a long book club. Shoot, I might join her book club just to do that. I'm not self-snitching. Anyway, I think what it is she's really upset about the fact she knows this is not going the way that she wants it to go in real life. Now, here on the screen, she can still position herself to be in control and, like Janet Jackson, she in control. But she realizes in reality, she's not in control. She realizes in reality that this is getting way out of her reach. She's losing grip on it. That's why I think she keeps bringing this up. So now so people will say, oh, the reason she lost the case is because they're just trying to say she's crazy. So they're just they're just working together. The courts in Delaware working together with the French to say that she's crazy. That's what I think. That's what Cantifa is going to do. But if you're a member of Cantifa, let me know what is your what are your speaking points? What are y'all told to say? I would like to know if you don't mind. If I'll keep it to myself. Just put in the chat. It'll be just me and you. Anyway, let's keep it going. I think that's what it is. Shout out to the best live chat on the internet. Let's go.
That is why they are now turning to Megyn Kelly in the same way with the same viciousness. A funny story actually about that DEFCON 3 tweet.
What about your assassins?
I don't know what happened. I don't even know what time of night it was that inspired him to put out that tweet. What I can tell you is that tweet cost me many millions of dollars, okay? I was not with Kanye when he tweeted it. I did not retweet Kanye. I did not did not push a like when Kanye tweeted it, but I sure as hell got peer pressured and employer pressure to put out a statement against Kanye. It's not amazing. Just in retrospect, it's amazing because it's like, how about you put out a statement against Bibi Netanyahu? I don't know. He's like a stone cold killer. He's mass murdering children. How about you put out an effing statement against Bibi Netanyahu? But no, the pressure came in, and I had just signed a larger deal with the Daily Wire for years. And I got brought into a conference room. The entire world condemned Kanye West. The entire world. I mean, it felt like the entire world. He lost his Adidas contract. He lost his Gap contract. That wasn't enough because they wanted me to do it, right? Because there's an element if you're that sadistic. It's not enough to have your wife, your in-laws, your friends, your former friends, people that you've done music with, people that you've helped up, the whole world come out and condemn you. It's not enough to take the money away from you. We're going to need Candace Owens to do it too. And I said no. I said I'm not going to come out and condemn Kanye because I wasn't there. I didn't do anything, and I don't think that's necessary. I think he's going through enough. He's my friend. That's what I said. Then I got yelled at and voices were raised. It was like, why won't you just make a statement to make it easy for us to say something against Kanye, this relationship, blah, 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 blah. And I said, no. And they said, okay, well, then here's what we're going to do. We're going to change the contract. And instead of being paid X amount of years, you are going to only get this. Are you willing to do that? I said, yeah, I'm willing to lose the money, take the money, obviously, because he's my friend.
No, that's not how. And maybe I need a contract lawyer to jump into the chat. But if I've already signed a contract, here we go. Here we go. As a former teacher, you sign a contract every year. At the end of the year, you sign a contract for the upcoming school year. And let's just say this contract is for $75,000 to teach first grade, $75,000 to teach in the district. Now they can move you around, they can change your grade, all that kind of stuff like that based upon your teaching certificate. But what they can't do without probable cause is fire you or change the stipulation. They can't say you got to work every night. You got to work every basketball game over at the high school. They can't do that. So if they said, hey, by the way, Mr. Whitaker, we want you to work every football game, every basketball game over at the high school, and we're going to pay you $10 a night to do it. And I said, well, that's not in my contract. They said, well, we're going to change your contract to say that. You can't do it because I've already signed the contract and I have a copy of it and they're notarized. So you can't just change it. So if she said that she would take a different deal, that's her. She should have kept the contract like it was. Somebody said, I think she's lying. I think she's lying. You're going to have to show me that where they had a contract and they said they're going to change it and you accepted it. Well, man, that was you. If you lost millions of dollars, that's your fault. That's not their fault. They just got more money out of you. You a dummy.
And I will never forget the words that I said in that conference room to Jeremy Boring, because it's so true today. And I feel so good about myself that I cannot be purchased. I said, most of the world considers me to be a formidable enemy. But actually, the reality is I'm a very formidable friend. And that's how I'd like to be remembered, as a formidable friend. And I said, one day you might need me as a formidable friend. And that was that. And you know what? Fast forward, and it looks like the person who actually is needing me as a formidable friend is Charlie Kirk. And I am a formidable friend, and he knew I was a formidable friend. And they are learning that lesson. And I am deadly serious on that topic of defending my friends, their honor. If they're going through something, if I have something to say to Kanye, okay, it's not Judas culture. I don't just hang him out to dry because everybody else is doing it and it's fashionable. And you can't tempt people with millions to do something like that. That's despicable. That's despicable. Anyways, it is especially hilarious to me that this whole strategy seems to be mocking me for having a dream that Charlie was betrayed. That's the joke, right? That's the in the no joke. It's a dream. It's a vibe. It's a vision.
Told you she's
It's hilarious
mad.
because it's ironic. It proves that these people literally had no meaningful relationship with Charlie Kirk himself. Charlie was the king of dreams. It's insane how many messages I have with Charlie Kirk about his dreams. He believed his dreams. You guys have no idea. The vivid dreams.
Why don't you show us one in the last 2 years? How about that? If you show us a story, a text from Charlie Kirk in the last 24 months, I think we will all be satisfied. Not 8 years ago, but really, truly right in the last 24 months. Since you've been Candace, you've been running your show. How about you do that? How about that?
I've only showed you one of the text messages. Since he was a kid, he had those dreams, by the way. And last year, I was like going through a lot, reading back through our text exchanges. I'll be honest with you, it was kind of scary. I did consult a priest. I felt like I needed spiritual guidance because I don't know everything. I don't know how the world works. How was I supposed to suddenly then contend, not just with his murder, but contend with having to read so many messages, so many precise messages of Charlie, so convinced that he was going to die young. Like just telling me that repeatedly, he was going to die young. And that turning point was going to be involved, as I showed you.
No way.
And there was more. And a lot of that still disturbs me. messages that I found. For one, that didn't register to me as weird then, but one message that I found was Charlie writing to me, like I'm not allowed to go anywhere without security. In retrospect, why? It was shade for security, where Dan Flood came out of and Brian Harpole. I have the text about that. Charlie was not allowed to go anywhere without security. I want you guys to remember, this was not when Charlie was well known. I was not well known. Charlie was not well known. Turning Point was in its infancy, didn't have its big.
Wouldn't this be an ideal time for her to talk about how there's a hit out on her life and the hitman was in Nashville? Wouldn't this be like an opportune time to talk about that? Okay, my bad.
Blow up money, didn't have that kind of money at all. And yet already he was not allowed to go anywhere without security. I find that to be odd. Then there was this older man, an older Jewish man that he was seeing for spiritual reasons. And he was an older guy that was from Chicago. And Charlie and him, if memory serves correct, met through whatever special X-Men school, gifted school for the gifted that Charlie had to attend. Like he was matched with Charlie somehow through that school. And Charlie would open up a lot to this particular man about his vivid dreams, about I keep dreaming I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. And I don't know how he got assigned to this man, but I do know that also Charlie would say this guy is like the Oracle. He also has dreams. Quite literally, Charlie uses that word. He's like, he also has dreams, and I've met him, and like he is someone that wants to meet you. That's what Charlie told me. I promise you, I'm telling you the truth. I'm going to show you this, anyways. Anyway, the point is.
That's really interesting that she says, I promise you, I'm telling you the truth. I'll show you this later. Why not just show it to us? Why not just show it to us? Because I got this feeling, this sneaky suspicion, she's not going to actually show it to us. Now, I could be wrong, and I'll do it again. If she shows it to us, I'm going to drop 20 memberships. I'll go ahead and do that. I'm just going to say.
That when Charlie and I got together before things blew up with the
So this is before Erica.
This man who Charlie would go see to discuss these intense visions that he was having about his death. This man didn't dissuade Charlie. He wasn't like, oh, like I was saying, like, oh, you're just probably need some sleep. Oh, you're just nervous. You're just excited. This guy pretty much all but confirmed to Charlie that he was going to die. He wouldn't tell him how. He told them, like, but your death will save humanity. This was in 2018, early 2018. Okay.
What about 2024? What about anytime recently? Because this is very interesting that she has this story now when she was catching all of that flack for when she had the dream about Charlie Kirk and Charlie Kirk spoke to her in a dream. She didn't have this story then. Any other time that she's talked about and shown emails, text messages with Charlie Kirk, she never mentioned this. Now all of a sudden it's a new story. Okay, I got you.
I wasn't taking much of this conversation too seriously.
I don't take you seriously.
Really know what to really make of it. But this man, he also expressed to Charlie a lot of interest in me and Charlie's friendship. And it was like a movie. Charlie had expressed to him that he felt, which I showed you guys, that he was like a
By the way,
traveler,
members, I did put a custom emoji in the chat now. There's a pants on fire emoji in the chat, in the member side. If you want to use the custom members, the custom pants on fire emoji, because I think she definitely needs it. She needs it.
And he had to find me for some reason. And then that man explained to him that we were all prisms of light, and that certain prisms of light were meant to refract and others were not meant to refract, and that Charlie and I were refracting. Anyways, I'm telling you this. I have a text message to back this up.
Show it.
But also that Charlie's life was going to be short. I'm going to show you this message because I read these
Show
things,
it.
I don't know what to make of them other than LOL to anybody laughing at my dream. Okay?
I'm laughing at your dream. Wait. I'm still laughing at your dream because it's you're running your whole life on this alleged story. And by the way, does this count? Does this count as her showing it? Did she count? Does this count? There's no dates. You know what? I'm still going to say she's lying, but I'm going to be a man of my word. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to go ahead and drop 20 memberships. Stay tuned. But I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to just take, you know what? She's making me mad. So I'm going to go ahead and take Cabot Phillips off the screen, and I can't believe Andrew Colvin has not caught any strays today. I'm really perplexed by that. That is bothersome to my soul. All right, let's see. Let me see. Hopefully the audio works. Let me know real quick, Green Hearts in chat, if you can hear. Save humanity? Because I think, I'll be honest with you, I think people thought y'all were dating. Back in 2017, 2018, y'all were thick as thieves. They probably thought, oh, you had no audio. I was wondering. It told me that the audio dropped. Let me see something real quick. Let me bring me back in here. Okay. It told me the audio dropped, and I wasn't certain if that meant if it was for real or not. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So let me, I think I got it right. So let me bring it back in. I apologize about that. When I jumped over to my bingo board, it said that the audio dropped. You can hear me. You can't hear her. I might be doing you a favor. That might be a work of the Lord. Here, let me bring this in so I can go ahead and do these memberships. All right, real quick. Let me know, Green Hearts in chat, if you can hear. What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. It sounds crazy. Okay, hold on. Some reason or another, the audio is acting retarded. Okay, hold on one second. Let's do this. Let's switch over to me. Let's go ahead. But maybe I'm doing y'all a solid, though. Maybe it's doing you a solid. Let me go ahead and get these memberships because I said I was going to do it because she showed the, what I guess, whatever you want to call that. If you want to believe that that's a membership, I mean, whatever. Let me go ahead and do this. Welcome to everybody who's brand new members. Please make sure you check out the membership tab on the screen. All right, let's do this. Let's rebuild this real quick. All right, now let's jump back in. All right, now it should hopefully work. Let's see. All right. Okay, I can hear myself. Sounds good. Now see if we can hear Candace, because that's what that's where the joke is. All right, let's see now. All right. I apologize about that, y'all. We are, this is a single man show over here. We're trying to make things work. All right. By the way, hopefully everybody at least I did drop 20 memberships. Shout out to you all. Welcome to all the new members. I appreciate y'all. Please go ahead and take advantage of all the members emojis. There's a pants on fire emoji now. All right, let's bring this in. Please let me know that y'all can hear this. Green Hearts in chat when you can hear.
Of light, and that certain prisms of light were meant to refract and others were not meant to refract, and that Charlie and I were refracting. Anyways, I'm telling you this. I have a text message to back this up, but also that Charlie's life was going to be short. I'm going to show you this message because I read these things. I don't know what to make of them other than LOL to anybody laughing at my dream. Okay.
She's really
Charlie
mad
wrote,
about
he
that.
won't tell you what he saw. He hasn't told me intentionally, just that I'm there and it's bad. And then he says, so the dreams I get, and then he sends me sometimes a lot of darkness. He says that I'm being shaped for a time to save humanity. It's just so crazy to me to read back on this and how many times we would have this discussion about Charlie telling me he was going to die young and that he was going to save humanity. It's just so bizarre. And then constantly telling me the next step, like I would have to defend him. There are so many messages like this. And again, the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because it's such a nonsense. And it is so ironic
nonsense
to have people then mock me for saying that I had a dream. And I feel as strongly about the dream that I had that Charlie was betrayed by people closest to him Like nothing could stop Charlie from believing that he was going to die and that I would stand up for him. Nothing you can say, no jokes you can make, no shows you can
But
right. That is going to pull me away from the feeling.
I don't think that's true, because you're upset about it right now. It's very clear that you're mad about it. You're not just kiki and making fun of people that are making fun of you. And somebody said it, and I can't find it. They said, like, Candace wouldn't accept this if we sent this to her. If we use this as proof or evidence of anything, you wouldn't accept that. There's no timestamps. I see right here. There's no timestamps. Where's the infamous metadata? Like, where is it? There's no reason to believe anything that you've shown us. So no, for you to say that you're not upset about it, ma'am, we understand. It's okay. It's okay, Candace. We know that you're upset about it. We know. You don't have to say that you're not upset about it, because we know that you are. All right, let's get done. We're almost finished.
Knowing. It is so deep. It is a knowing. It's not even a feeling. It's a knowing. It's not a dream to me. It's like a prophecy. It's like Charlie was betrayed. I don't know what else to say to you. And I hope I give you guys the permission to
make fun of you,
believe in something like that. To this whole world, I feel like is designed to make us not believe in ourselves. And I think that's something that Kanye used to say a lot too. Like they want.
But he also recently has said that he apologized to the Jewish rabbi. Why do you not talk about that? And I want to say again, she was right there on the doorstep of talking about the French assassination on her life, and she has still not talked about it. I told y'all it. Oh, by the way, let me bring up the banner. I meant to bring up the banner. It's right here. It's been 21 days since Candace last reported on the French hit on her life. There you go. We're still here. We're still here. Let's go.
Follow the crowd. You can't sit with us. We're the cool kids, right? The cool kids all listen to this person. They all wear this color. Oh, the cool kids don't pay any mind when they have a very vivid dream. And Charlie in the dream says he was betrayed. Oh, the cool, it's not cool. I'm not trying to be cool. I just want everybody to know that I am not trying to be cool. I'm trying to get to the bottom of who killed Charlie Kirk.
Oh, yeah.
And I intend to do that.
Oh.
I'm trying to get to the bottom of what the hell this situation has to do with Ben Shapiro. And I intend to do that. What is making Ben Shapiro nervous? Why am I being mocked for trying to figure out what happened to my friend? Why does it feel like I'm the only person who actually cares? The whole world knows that we're being lied to about what happened on September 10th, and yet the entire gang media apparatus is trying to convince us that that isn't so. No, that doesn't. It's just not tracking. None of this is tracking.
None of this tracking.
And I just know that this is bigger than me. That
Yeah,
something
it's bigger.
very sinister happened.
Yes.
And that more bad things will happen if we don't get to the bottom.
Oh, yes, girlfriend.
Of what exactly took place on September 10th. That's how I feel.
That's how you feel.
Make fun of that. Sure.
I'm
It's a
going
vibe,
to.
and I'm gonna ride that vibe.
Ride the vibe, baby.
Anyways, further to that point, I had told you guys at the top, this is interesting because I had just started cracking into this narrative of Tyler Boyer yesterday. And I had shared with you guys that he put everybody around Charlie. It's just a fact. It is. I was there. Tyler's the guy, and he's a bad dude.
You were there 7 years ago, boo. You were there 7 years ago. That's a whole different, a lot changes in 7 years.
He is. And so it is pretty rich that this headline ran yesterday about an ex-Arizona lawmaker who's questioned election integrity is now being sentenced for using forged signatures. Now, I was telling you at the same time, Tyler's got his hand in Arizona politics. He's also
What's that got to do
pulling
with
Charlie and helping to build Turning Point USA. And one person told me on record that he would also offer bribes to people, like, I'll get you a job at Turning Point USA if you do this for me.
I got it. The lawmaker forged the signatures of the generals at Fort Hottua that signed off on deleting Charlie Kirk. There you go. I figured it out. I cracked the case. Why she look like that?
I'll say allegedly, but I have it in writing that this person is saying that he was offered a job from Tyler Boyer.
No proof.
So the real world of politics and this 501c3, they were being connected. Turning Point USA was being connected, and Turning Point Action is who this former Republican lawmaker ended up working for. The article goes on to say that a former Republican lawmaker who questioned the integrity of Arizona's elections and served as a leader for the conservative group Turning Point Action is scheduled to be sentenced Tuesday for using nominating petitions that contained forged signatures in a bid to qualify for a 2024 primary election. This person is Austin Smith. He's 30. He pled guilty in mid-November to charges of attempted fraudulent schemes and practices and illegal signing of election petitions. He had acknowledged trying to use
that got to do
petitions with
with-
forged signatures that he knew were false, plus forging a dead woman's signature on a nominating petition.
Okay.
Smith represented an Arizona House district in the Phoenix suburbs for one term before dropping his reelection bid in 2024 when questions arose about signatures on his nominating petitions. He resigned at that time, so this was happening while he was at Turning Point Action, the campaign arm of Turning Point USA,
Okay.
which has become a major force in Arizona Republican politics.
Okay.
This is a kind of article that you should pay attention to because it is further certifying what I am telling you. Okay. Tyler Boyer needs to be looked at and investigated further. And yes, how dare you question his friend? Well, people who commit crimes are open to committing crimes. I don't know what to say. I've been around. I've seen some stuff.
Okay. All right. I know somebody's going to do it. Do not. I do not. Let me go ahead, big screen this right now. I do not want anybody to cut that clip out where she says anybody that commits crimes is prone to commit crimes and mix it in with Mitch Snow and his elaborate stories and all of his shenanigans. Do not do that. Do not. And don't email that when you get it done. Matter of fact, don't email that to me at all. I do not want you to email that to dearwokec@gmail.com. Don't do that. Don't take the clip of her saying people that commit crimes are prone to commit crimes and then put in, Mitch Snow attacking his wife with a hammer. Don't you do that. Do not do that. I do not approve of those shenanigans. Matter of fact, you know what? We're going to take a palate cleanse. We're going to take a break. We're going to take a little detour, if we will. I know people are like, Jason, let's get done with this show. No, because I'm making fun of it. All right. Shout out to Ben. Ben is a moderator in the chat. Do me a favor. Y'all just put the word Ben in the chat. Just put Ben in the chat. Ben is crazy, man. Ben has been a beast on this social media. I mean, these AI videos. Watch this.
To me in a dream and told me to tell everyone to stop being so mean to me or else. Charlie came back to me in a dream and told me to tell everyone to stop being so mean to me or else.
Shout out to Ben. Man, bro, what is wrong with you, man? Why are you like this, man? Why are you like this? All right, let's get done with this show. I promise you I'm going to get done. I'm not going to stop. We're done.
Okay. If you're willing to commit fraud, if you're willing to use a dead person's signature
Oh my gosh.
to further your career, you're probably not against doing that everywhere you work. I don't know. Turning Point Action seems to be problematic. One of the early tips that we got from somebody inside of Turning Point USA was that a lot of money was missing from Turning Point Action. I'm still working to confirm that. I have another strong lead.
Another strong
That
lead.
money specifically was missing from Turning Point Action. And we know Charlie was establishing this Doge. So yeah, where there's smoke, there tends to be fire. And we all have the sense that this is more than just smoke. It's like we're watching a house of cards collapse in real time.
Yeah, it's called your show.
And I sense that a lot of people are going to be exposed, and that I'm going through, that at the end of the day, daylight is going to be the best disinfectant, and people are going to see that we were right, all of us, that all of us are right in the feeling that we have about this organization, and that we don't have to keep pretending, or I guess some of you guys were not pretending at all, but like we shouldn't pretend that anything that we're seeing is normal.
Right. Your behavior
I think
isn't
Charlie
normal.
found something out about his organization very shortly before he died. And I think every day we are inching closer to determining what that something actually is. So I'm sorry that I had to dedicate this show not to further telling you more things that we discovered about Turning Point USA, but I wanted to Ben Shapiro, because I think that too is a piece of this. Like I've said, he's making me uneasy, and no one should have to live through what I have lived through over the last 2 years. I didn't want to be in a gang when I was younger. Did not want to be in a gang when I was older. And I don't like gang tactics. And that's exactly what this is. These are gang tactics. The fact that I have been effectively blindfolded, prevented from joining or competing in the free markets in a fair way. These certainly were not free markets at all. Restricting me in where I could speak, banned from Australia, having our YouTube channel demonetized, people calling our sponsors. I basically had to enter into this fight like blinded.
Oh, okay, I got to stop for a second. Candace, what's stopping you from speaking in your own town? Nothing is stopping you from speaking in Nashville, Tennessee, America, for crying out loud. Why don't you go? If you want to speak so badly, why don't you go do it? The problem is nobody wants to rock with her. That's the thing. She knows that she's not a name draw. She knows that she's not going to draw a large crowd of people that actually, she's not going to draw any conservatives ever again. I pray that is a reality and a truth. So she knows that she can't draw like TPUSA does. She wants TPUSA's drawing power. That's what she wants. She wants Daily Wire's drawing power. She wants the ability to bring people and put butts in seats because she knows she can't do that. That's why she keeps talking about this. She talks about Australia. Whatever. Like, what about right here? You don't even have to go 9 time zones over. Why don't you just do it in your own town? Because nobody wants to hear you. I don't know whatever happened with Australia. I don't care. But why don't you just speak right here? You can do it for free. You don't have to get a Supreme Court ruling to go speak in your own town. But nobody wants to hear her. That's the problem. She knows she's going to draw negative energy, if you will. She's going to draw far more. Nobody wants to hear her. That's it. That's the problem. We're done. Let's go.
Muted and with my hands tied behind my back, and I'm still winning.
How?
I'm winning because I've committed myself to truth, not to money. I've never cared about money. I've always made that clear. I don't care about money, and that's why I turned down millions to say something about Kanye West. I care about truth, and I care about doing what's right. And yeah, that's what I want to say about that. We'll take a brief break before I answer some of your questions.
All right.
If your credit card balance is freaking you out,
I really want y'all to think about. I don't think this is a lap too far to say that we're watching her come unglued. I don't think that's a hyperbole. I don't think that's being oh wait, hold on. Because it looks like she might be reading a live comment. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let's see if I'm right. Hopefully, wow, if she's reading a live comment, I will absolutely not eat my hat. But let's go. Green Hearts.
Getting a lot of comments, people asking for Maggie's socials, and I'm gonna give you.
Oh, that's
this
what
is
it
her
was.
Instagram
Sorry.
page. It's Mags Wegner, Maggs. Wegner is spelled Wegner, and I would love everyone who watches this to go give her a follow. I think goodness has to win. Goodness has to win, and I would have never known this person. I had no idea that she just did the right thing and said, "Hey, I don't feel comfortable doing this," and what I said to her was, you will be rewarded for it. It's the tougher decision in the moment is usually the decision that you're rewarded for in the end. It's always, that's kind of been the story of my life for sure. Making the right decision not to attack my friends, making the right decision to say, hey, what Israel's doing to the Palestinians is wrong. And you can be maimed, you can be caricatured, you can miss out on a job, you could be banned from Australia. But I think God takes care of you in the end. And I'm glad that she followed her Christian heart there, man. Look, Mags Wegner, I'll tell you what, I would love to be the person that gets called if you are going for the next job. And I have letter of recommendation, a video of recommendation. I want Christianity to win. I want goodness and truth to win, truly. Wanted to also, you guys know we have some new merch on the website. Really good new merch, new
sorry,
year merch. You can visit, obviously, Candace.
I thought it was something new.
We also are selling the hard copy.
I thought she was doing something new, but she's not. Let me zip past this to get to some comments where she's hopefully. I thought she was engaging with like some live comments, but I got tricked. Okay, let's go. Here she goes. She's back.
Blowing up, which is hilarious because I can't say any French words. I swear I was in AP French. You guys don't believe me.
Nobody.
Because my French is also awful, but not anymore. Not anymore on the French channel. This person writes, a lot of completely crazy things are happening in France. Have you heard about the culling of cattle and herds called cattle depopulation here, supposedly to eliminate lumpy skin disease, a disease that currently affects cattle, but is not dangerous to humans? All this madness strongly reminds me of sacrifices. Yeah, we looked into this after you sent that note. Similar things are happening here. How they're trying to, they want all the farmland. They don't want us to be able to feed our families, and that's why the farmers, the ranchers, they're fighting the government right now. They're trying to squeeze them. There was also a story years ago about how they had poisoned the chicken feed, which I totally believe that happened, and all of these hens were not laying. It was a couple of years ago. I actually covered it when I was at the Daily Wire. And when we looked behind the company that was behind it, it was like Purdue, wasn't it? Am I just thinking it's Purdue because it's Purdue Chicken? I don't know. Anyways, the point is that it was Big Pharma, which even controls what the chickens eat. And that's why I keep saying we've got to go the other way. We have to be super organic because it feels like they're catalyzing, introducing us to this dystopian future. That's how it feels like everywhere. Like Brigitte Macron is suing people for knowing the truth about crimes that she committed when she was a man. That's dystopian. That's a dystopian nightmare. You go to prison for knowing. Anyways, next comment, top comment from yesterday's episode on our English, this channel, says, why does it always end with child sex trafficking every single time? Lord, bring them down.
So this is an actual comment from YouTube. You see the thumbs up, you see the heart. My only question is, why are you not reading live comments on your channel that are right now on your channel? I don't understand why she doesn't do that. What happened? Sorry.
Yeah. Lord, bring them down is correct. This story has way too much child sex trafficking in it. Charlie Kirk story, me looking into different people, it just keeps coming up. I mean, everyone is involved with the charity. It's like, it's weird, doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't make me feel good about that. And of course, we will have more on that for you guys because we are prodding every single narrative. And I want to say we have accomplished a lot in just the last 3 months that Charlie has been gone, as they have mocked us, caricatured us, smeared us, maimed us. We, and I am including you guys in this because it was we, it's the tips. It's been all of us all over the world coming together. One person has a tiny bit of the story. I was here. I saw this. Here's a text message chain. Here, I'm a mommy sleuth and I have access to this. Oh, I work for this department and I can see this. All of us decentralizing intelligence and me just being willing to share what you guys are sharing with me is what is solving the mystery of what happened to Charlie Kirk on September 10th. We don't know, but we know. And soon we're going to know. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, guys. That was it's starting to become very clear and evident that Candace's show is just she's just looking at the shot clock. She's just trying to wind down the shot clock. She has 60 minutes on the clock, 65 minutes on the clock, and she's just going to talk about whatever for 60 minutes. What did that have to do with anything? I mean, we already knew she got beef with Ben Shapiro, but if Ben Shapiro is so beneath you, why are you punching down? Why are you punching down to punch at Ben Shapiro if he's so beneath you and giving him credit? Like, I think most people probably wouldn't have known some of the stuff that you said if you hadn't brought him up. Just in my observation. Woo, that woman is something else, y'all. Oh my goodness. Shout out. Okay, let's see this. That's a very good question. I just saw something. Very good comment. Let's see. Right here. There we go. Shout out to Slayer Princess with the 2. Candace forget that Steve Bannon connect to Epstein. Very good. But see, he's useful. Candace doesn't have any smoke for anybody that's useful to her. It really doesn't matter what the person does. I really believe that she would be fine with the devil himself. As long as the devil himself is supporting what it is that she wants to do, she's good with him. And she doesn't care. She doesn't care. Phantom says this for the 5. According to AI, Craig Harvey, the guy who did the autopsy on Breitbart, is alive and well. He retired in August 2016. So she is lying about him. There we go. That's why we get the best live chat on the planet. That's crazy work, man. That's crazy. I might have to go back and hear what she said. But is she saying that? Yeah, I remember autopsy, so that's what she said. That's crazy work. Blue Moon says this with the 4. Thank you so much. She knew Ben was awful, like the worst, and she worked for him? That's a great question. And remember, Ben rescued her because she got fired from PragerU. So Ben swooped in, or Daily Wire swooped in, however they want to say it, and gave her a job when nobody else was trying to hire her. I think Candace is missing the fact that nobody else was trying to hire you. Like, I know you got this story, but nobody else was trying to hire you. 3,000 equals Jews. Why does she keep, is that, somebody said, thank you so much, Observing Chaos. Like, why 3,000 years? That's kind of weird. I don't know. 3,000 years doesn't work for me. Now, she said like 5,000, and you can say God promised to Abraham, maybe I could work with it. But why is she saying 3? And she says it a lot. So there's some reason why she's saying it. I'm with it. Junebug says this with the 5. This is all because she's losing. She's not winning the war. Ben is consistent and direct and does give proof. She can't win against him. There we go. Because she didn't show us anything that really materially was able to say, hey, okay, here's some evidence. Let's go look at it. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. An email from a random person. And again, I want to know a little bit more about this whole that show that they were trying to do. I don't think it was as bad as they're making it out to be, but it is what it is. Let's keep going. Phantom says this, yet she still worked for him in the 2020s. See, he couldn't have been that bad. She is so boring. Queen says, thank you so much with the 2. Thank you so much right here with the 5. Would you be surprised to hear Candace, the disgrace, ate her young? Love your show, Laura. Wow, wait. Would you be surprised to hear Candace, the disgrace, ate her young? That would be a wild story. I'll tell you that much. That's what I will say. Thank you so much with the 2 right here. Put her in double speed. It will be funny. The problem is it won't allow me to put it on double speed. I keep trying. It will not. Certain videos don't allow you to change the speed. I don't know why. Candace does some weird stuff with her with her show. Why didn't she sue them? She knows how to. Well, that's true. She does know how to sue. Why is she not suing them? But again, and I'm putting an ask out there. If you find a lawsuit between Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro, and Candace Owens, or Candace Owens LLC, Tom, whatever, Tomboy, whatever her husband's company, can you please send me? Because I've yet to see a lawsuit from the Daily Wire. She keeps saying that they're suing her, but I don't see it. And I would love to know what they were suing her for. If y'all can find it, please let me know. Shout out to some guy with the 2 things that never happened for 2. Yeah, hold on. Do I have that? I don't think I still have that meme. That's the most, I think I have it somewhere else. I don't have it set here. Well, this is it. This is for her.
I have nothing.
There we go. We got nothing. All right, let's keep it going. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it, some guy. All right, where do we go? Right here. Slayer Princess says this. It's ironic she demands everyone make a statement on everything, or rather anything she demands, but she can't be asked to call out bad behavior. Like, right. That's a great point. That's a great point. Like, she wants people to do exactly what she did not want to do with Kanye. That's a great point. Shout out. Phantom, no, all of her recollections are before 2020, not after. There we go. Thank you again for the 2. No, she doesn't have any recollections after the fact. And the whole story about Charlie and Dreams, so what? Like, she still hasn't brought together the idea that they are going to kill me, and that are the people at Turning Point and not other people. She still hasn't made that clear. Thank you so much, Maria, with the 10. Thank you very much. She is her biggest fan. She hates to be treated the way she treats others. Her biggest issue is no one takes her serious. Her husband don't take her serious. Something is deeply wrong with her. I agree. Like, I would love to hear, like, what is their family conversation like? Because I'm sure it's probably wild. What does Phantom says over here with the 2? Charlie Kirk's death did not save humanity. That's blasphemy. That sentence alone was really weird. Like, what? Like, hold on. Like, again, if Candace is a Christian, wouldn't she say, well, hold on, wait. No, like Christ saves humanity. Like, no, Charlie Kirk. Okay, you need Christ like everybody else. Why is she not doing it? Why is she retelling a story that seems very much like blasphemy? Maybe she doesn't even know. I dropped those 20 memberships. Shout out to all the new members. Shout out to y'all. And what we got here? Thank you so much. Andres with a 2. Thank you so much. No question, no comment. Just pure love of the game. Appreciate you, friend. And Phantom says there's no lights outside Christ. She's making Charlie Kirk a heretic. That is a very interesting story. She's changing the way people see Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was not smart enough to realize he was surrounded by people that hated him. He wasn't smart enough to realize that money was being stolen. He married his op. Like, he married a woman that was his op, and he wasn't smart enough to recognize that. So, I mean, she's making Charlie Kirk to look like the biggest dolt on the planet. And I don't think that she realizes what she's doing. Thank you so much. Brand new member. I appreciate you. Welcome, young lady. Welcome, welcome. And what we got here, Slayer says this with the 5. Trust in your dreams is very NAR coded. That's a very good point, because she does not like the New Apostolic Reformation. They're terrible people. And this is one of their almost hallmarks, is trusting your dreams. Doesn't she hate the NAR because of McCoy? There you go. Excellent point. Great call out. That's why I love this chat. And Phantom says this: I believe Charlie Kirk actually became saved in 2020 and 2021, and therefore started turning TPUSA from just politics to legit Christ-centered organization. I can totally agree with that. And I've said this to other people offline. I think, Charlie Kirk was young. When I was young, I did dumb stuff. And I think some of the things that he was doing didn't comport with the Charlie Kirk that we knew that just passed away. So I'm like, some of that stuff didn't make sense. That's why I think she keeps referring to the old Charlie Kirk, who probably was dumb and doing some dumb things. But you don't see him doing a lot of those things that she's referencing now. And therein is the rub. I think you're right on the money there. All right, what do we got here? Craftsman says this: I fell asleep. Is she still talking? Is she talking about Mitch? That's funny. She ain't talking about Mitch at all. Isn't that funny? She hates everybody who called out Mitch, but she can't seem to bring up anything about Mitch to change people's minds. Just something to think about. I like it. She's losing at her own game, and she knows it. Anytime she talks slow, stops, and stumbles over her words, she's making up scenarios as she goes. That's an excellent point. I thank you for the 5, and I think you're right on the nose. Over the target, as Candace would say. Now, the 2 comes back with Phantom, says this: she thinks government is trying to kill its own peeps. I don't know what she's thinking, truth be told. But I know this. Melanie came through with a $20 super. Thank you so much, love. She says this: she talks about how the Daily Wire is acting like a crazy ex-boyfriend stalking her, but look at her. She is acting like Charlie's crazy ex and is stalking TPUSA. I mean, the fact that you're still bringing up emails, or rather text messages from 2018, and you don't see the dichotomy and you don't see the weirdness of that, that's some boiling bunny status right there. Thank you so much, Melanie, for the very kind $20 super for sure. Anderson says this: I'm convinced she writes her own comments. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the staff was writing them. I would not be surprised, especially given the fact that she doesn't put them on the screen. I think that will do away with my confusion. And they turn off. Let me just double check, make sure I'm not saying that wrong. Let me see. You cannot go to her channel right now and pull up the live chat. The live chat is gone. So when the video's over, the live chat disappears. Why does she not allow the live chat? I leave my live chat up. Y'all can go back and watch the video from yesterday and see the live chat. You can go back 2 days, 10 days ago and see the live chat. I don't turn off mine. Why does she turn off her live chat? Because she's not reading those comments. And again, I'm open to being wrong, but I don't think I am. She claimed Harvey died by military-grade poison, which was crazy sentence. And as Phantom has pointed out, Harvey is still alive. Shout out for sure. Thank you for that. MB came through with the $5 super. No question, no comment. Just want to support the game. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Observing chaos with the 279 Canadian. That was when God promised to the Jews, promising 3,000 years ago? Maybe I got the numbers wrong. Okay, I'll take that. If I'm wrong with my numbers, I'll take that. If that's what she's trying to do with the 3,000 years ago, which is very odd. Okay. Well, why is that a problem for Candace? Because that's pretty new. I haven't heard this one, the 3,000 year claim. She's been talking about Jews before. This is probably this week is my first time hearing that. And maybe my ears fell asleep or something, but I have not heard that before. Thank you for the membership. You're welcome, Iris. Thank you so much for being a supporter of the channel. Shout out to all the new members. Interesting thought on Mitch. He is going to be her next Stephen from convicting a murderer, but backwards and with the Zodiac. Yeah, the whole story with Mitch, I think the wheels on the bus fell off. That's why she didn't bring it up. I have a sneaking suspicion. Tomorrow is Thursday. She's not going to do a show on Friday. She got the whole weekend. I think we may have heard the end of Fort Hawktua. Like, we didn't hear her talk about it at all today. She only mentioned it twice yesterday. It was supposed to be the big bugbear that, set everything straight. She's not talking about it. If that was a big deal, why was she not talking about Fort Hawktua today? Why did she not talk about it yesterday, really? I think, in my mind, next Monday, we will not hear about it. So let me know. Keep me honest, but I don't think we're going to hear much about it. And so therefore, I think Mitch is gone too. Read the text again. She didn't read the bottom intentionally to manipulate her cult. Please read it again live. What did she say? Hold on. When you say read the text again, was that the text that she just put on the screen? Let's see. Okay, I don't MB, just tell me where you're referring to. Because I'm looking here. I see the text that she's reading. There's no comment below it, though. Please read it again. Was it your comment? Let me read your comment again. Okay, I don't see it. Make sure I'm not going crazy here. Which Okay, let me finish these up because I don't see it. But let me know if I'm something I'm missing. And if the mods, if you see it in the chat and you want to put in the group chat, please let me know. I got it opened up, ready to go. All right, let's keep going. Thank you so much for that. What do we have here? Reformed Chick says this. Maggie Wagner only has 80,000 plus followers on TikTok and a few thousand on X. Doubt Daily Wire would want her. They want people with pretty big following. That's a good question. I don't know. That's a great point. Thank you so much for that. Hey there, Edie. What's going on, love? Great to see you. Thank you so much for the very kind, gracious $10 super. No question, no comment. Just love of the game. Thank you so much, friend. And Edie Lowe, if the mods could please make sure we put Edie's information in the chat, that would be great. She's been looking at Candace as well and some of the shenanigans that's going on, part of group therapy. She's been talking about it. So thank you so much. I'm trying to see, did I miss your comment? MB, what you were saying and what you're referring to. On my end, it's not easy to see it. So I will make sure. I want to make sure I don't miss what you were saying. So I apologize if I did, though. Please do not hold it against me, please. All right, let's go. I'm looking through here. I don't see it. Okay. Y'all, thank y'all so much, man. This was a lot of fun. All right. Ben, this video is hilarious, my guy. All right, let's end the night. Let's end this. Let's go see what Ami is talking about real quick. Or my guy. What about my guy? You got any more Trump in Venezuela? He don't have any more Trump in Venezuela. All right, wait, what is this one right here? All right, no more Trump in Venezuela over there. So let's go check out what Ami had going on over here. And then maybe we'll pull up another surprise. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us this evening. Uh-oh, what do we got here? MB. Charlie Kirk's text. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay, Charlie. Kurt's text. Now let's go back and find that. I can find that for sure. That was when she talking about the dreams. The dream team. Okay, got it. Thank you, friend. I appreciate it. Thank you for being patient with me. Okay, so real quick, thank you, and thank you for the $5 super as well. All right, I'm going to give you like a bat line so you don't have to do a super to do it. Okay, here we go. So she said this. He won't tell you what he saw. He hasn't told me intentionally, just that I am here, I am there, and it's bad. But it's a broken world that you presided over. Okay, I'm assuming that Charlie is in the gray and Candace is in the blue, right? Okay, so let's keep going. So the dreams I get, he sends me sometimes. Yes, lots of darkness. Okay, that's Charlie. Oh my. And he said, I'm being shaped for a time to save I guess he's saying, yes, a time to save humanity. And he wrote humanity. And she says, dude, save humanity. He believes you are the true chosen one, though. That's interesting. That is so okay. This conversation seems extremely contextual. Like there's got to be there's a lot of context that I'm getting from this. And you're right, RZ. It's just empty ramblings. And I think she's personally, I believe her audience is giving her in the words of I think her name is Millie Davis, she's catching a lot of it that we don't see. So I think what's happening is she's trying to get her audience back on board and she's really losing control. It's like herding cats, right? Water in a basket. She's losing control of her audience in the cult because people are probably pushing back, asking like, what the heck is this? Like, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna do something. Look real quick. I want to, because people have brought this up as well, and I just want to see if it's actually true. And it is about the actual showing of her numbers. Her numbers are still looking pretty gangster. This is interesting, and this is not an indicative of Candace's success at all. Okay, this is not indicative of Candace's success, but I'm gonna zoom in, and I just want you to notice something about let's see if I get it right. Okay, there we go. All right. Do y'all see something about anything stand out to you? Maybe that looks a little bit odd, or maybe I've noticed this on every video this week on her channel. This has happened. Does anybody notice it? Does anybody notice anything particular? What I notice is that she doesn't have millions of views on this video yet. Her views are down. Every one of these videos this week is ended the stream less than 1 million views. Now, of course, people are going to come back and follow it. People are going to come back and watch. Some people might have started watching and then come back, but every show it's gone down. So this is the lowest I've ever seen it right here, 228. Now I'm sure, again, not trying to say anything, because I'm sure by tomorrow it'll probably be up there, because people probably just want to get to, double speed or whatever, because they know it's going to be a nothing burger. But it's just something I noticed, that every day her views are going down. Just seems odd to me. And I don't know what, because usually it's like in the millions. It's usually 1 million when she shuts down the stream. But like each night it's gotten just a little bit less. And I know she uses bots. That's without question. Maybe the bots aren't awake yet. Maybe the bots are not awake yet. It's crazy. Maybe the bots haven't woken up yet. They're still on their bot coffee break or something. I don't know. But I just thought that was interesting. And I just want to put it out there, let y'all see it. But like this, this is something else that just kind of stands out to me. This video right here where she is wearing the yellow and her hair, and everybody was saying she looked like she was wearing a hijab, right? That was 3 weeks ago. And the best it's got is 3.3 million, which is, by the way, nothing to sneeze at, right? Nothing to sneeze at. But notice like her video about Erica the day after her interview with Erica, that was almost at 5 million views. I'm noticing that the trend is starting to go down. It's just not there. It's just not there. President Trump kidnapped her bots. Yo, that is out of control. I love it. I love it. Trump got her bots. He said, look, I'm about to take these bots. Anyway, it's just something odd that's just standing out to me. I mean, she's going to still keep doing what she's doing. But I think if you just kind of look at the way she's been responding to people online, going off about Ben Shapiro. Remember the last time she called Ben, said he was a slave owner and all this kind. What was that day? What day was that? When she was calling Ben a slave owner and craziness like that. Okay. But noticing that she's getting a little bit more rabid each day. And she's talking to people who she sees as less than her. That's kind of crazy work. I just think that's kind of wild. All right. That's wow. What if that happened? That would be wild. Candace must have had a visit from Child Protective Services. You can do the slide thing. Show. Yeah, let me see it real quick. Pull it in. I just like to see it as an overall package, but hold on, let's see. It's down at the bottom. It's not at the bottom. It's on Social Blade. Okay. Yeah, so this is subscribers. Okay, here we go. All right, here is her Social Blade numbers. And I don't think they're as telling as one might think they are. What is this right here? All right, I don't think they're as telling as one might think. But, hey, I guess you can make an observation here. I mean, those numbers are starting to go down from, where is this? This is September of 2025, and this is December of 25. Oh, so this has definitely gone down since last month. All right, these numbers have gone down. Now, let me say again, before y'all hear what I didn't say, she's got some pretty boss numbers, okay? 93 million views in a month is insane, okay? That's insane. I'm not taking anything away from that. All I'm saying is the numbers are starting to go down. This is the height. The height of this was when she started with the Charlie Kirk. Which one is this one, by the way? This is November of 2024. I think this is when she was let go from Daily Wire. Is that when this was? I think so. I don't know. But this is, of course, this is the beginning of the Charlie Kirk saga. All right. And just something to look at. All right. It is what it is. I think, yeah, she's got some, well, I know this is when she started the Macrons, July 20, around this time is when she started with the Macrons. Because remember, her numbers were terrible before. Those numbers were out of control. Those numbers look like my numbers. So just something I noticed. And of course, and just in case you're wondering, now her subscribers have gotten very interesting as well. Height of the Charlie Kirk saga, 710,000 subscribers in September. Let me zoom in for y'all. Let me zoom in on that thing. Hold on. know why it won't let me zoom in. I don't know. There we go. All right, so this is the height of the Charlie Kirk saga. Almost 700,000 subscribers, man. That is absolutely insane. But then the next month, the numbers are going down. 200,000, which look, I'd be happy with 200,000. Help your boy get 100,000, right? Then 140. Now here in December, she only had 100,000 subscribers. You lost me? Oh yeah, the Kamala series. That's what that was in 24. Okay, that's probably what that was. So she knows how to capitalize on drama and foolishness. She knows. Okay, so that this would be the Kamala. Let me see. Wait, Kamala. When election in 24, right? Right here. So right here, I think this is about that time of that Kamala series. So let me see what her views are like. Yeah, okay, that's about right. Right around that time, she had some pretty aggressive views. I mean, 64 million views in a month. I got to give you your props. That's some serious those are some serious view numbers right there for sure. But I think that's part of what the problem is, in my opinion, that she's losing support. I think she's losing the support that she usually is getting. She's used to getting, please forgive me. She's losing that support that she's used to getting, and now she's got to find a way to drum it back up. But we're going to see what happens, y'all. So everybody, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Hopefully everybody at least got close to winning bingo. If you need the word calling an expert a liar and delegitimizing, you can have that as well. She didn't say feds. I'm surprised she didn't say feds. She says feds all the time. I'm really so shocked. So I got bingo 7 different ways. I only missed 2. I missed 3. Please forgive me. I missed 3 bingos. So I didn't get blackout. We'll do it again tomorrow. Everybody, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I really appreciate all of you all. Thank you so much for your support of the channel, for the very kind and very gracious super chats, for just people in the comment section, being a part of the best live chat on the planet. Jump on over and become a part of the best comment section on the planet as well. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for all of what y'all are doing. And I will see you all tomorrow, Lord willing. Tomorrow is Thursday. I think we're just doing Thankful Thursday, and we'll probably just watch this again and have a good time. Let me know if y'all like the body cams, by the way. If y'all do like that, maybe we'll start the show with some body cam footage, kind of ease into it so we don't have to trauma bond. We can bond around something good. Let me know what y'all think. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank y'all so much. I'll see you real soon. Grace and peace. Take care. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Jay Whitt Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment, because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.